Okay, we're ready. Still waiting for a few people, but that's okay. Alright, recap of last session. You guys were at Iron Slag and you'd managed to negotiate with the Duke's son for the release of the prisoners, and you'd also managed to gain the ingot of the Skald rune, leaving you with only one more rune left to collect to win Anim's approval, so you can blow the conch and be teleported to the location that will hopefully reveal how to fix the ordning. You guys had collected all of the survivors that you could, leaving some at the airship. You then travelled overland to Citadel Adbar before stopping another fire giant from retrieving what looked like a large cannon for the Vonadod, the Colossus Titan that is designed for killing dragons. So you've arrived at Citadel Adbar. I gave you guys some history about Citadel Adbar. I'll just reiterate that. It stood in the bitter cold of the Ice Mountains for almost 18 centuries. It's impregnable and defiant. The fortress, carved out of a mountain spur, consists of two great towers ringed with spikes to keep large flying creatures from landing to attack the structures directly. The great chimney of the Citadel's central foundry stands between the towers, belching smoke like a volcano about to erupt. Ringing the Citadel is a host of platforms, battlements, and arrow slits, from where defenders can fire crossbows at foolish attackers. And a great drawbridge allows no one to enter the Dwarven Enclave except for patrols and honoured guests. There are cleverly hidden traps awaiting those who storm the halls uninvited, and beneath the Citadel is an expansive network of tunnels and caverns designed to confuse would-be invaders. If Adbar's defences should ever prove inadequate, the dwarves have created a secret evacuation tunnel that stretches for hundreds of miles, connecting to passages that lie under Citadel Fellbar to the west. Adbar's garrison also has a poster just saying that they're paying 10 gold piece for each orc head brought to the city gates, and 100 for each giant head. You guys are with some of the Fellbaron dwarves, so immediately you're met by some of the guards near the outskirts of Citadel Adbar. You explain the situation, and you are immediately brung through to inside the Citadel. The population here has dwindled over the years because of the War of the Silver Marches. It drew away many of Adbar's greatest warriors, including its long-ruling king, Habrom. King Habrom led his knights into battle against the orc hordes invading the marches, and he died on the field. And his twin sons, Brom and Harnoth, inherited the throne, and like their father, they also left Citadel Adbar to join the war. Brom later perished, leaving the crown to Harnoth. Harnoth and his followers fought many battles during the war, but the new king made some poor decisions that winnowed the once great Knights of the Mithril Shield down to just a handful of members. Fortunately for Harnoth, the Iron Guard, Citadel Adbar's defending army remains strong. Even though there's less than 100 dwarves here, it's by no means a great dwarven city either. It's just a fortification. And so the survivors are taken off to the infirmary if they need it, and to go and see their families or be reunited with their families in other dwarven enclaves like Citadel Fellbar or some of the other smaller dwarven colonies under the mountains in the area. And when the king learns of your arrival, when your arrival is brought to his attention, he demands a private audience with you guys in his throne hall. And you've just walked into this mighty throne hall now after entering a series of different chambers. And you're now standing before the king. So the king stands on this mighty stone throne at the back of a giant hall. The ceiling's 60 feet high. It's enormous. There are massive granite pillars supporting the ceiling and a white marble walkway leading up to a set of stone steps There is what looks like some sort of contraption. It looks like an elevator of some sort. It's right near the throne. It could probably be used for access down into the mines or perhaps even the tunnels below. And there's 2 guards, 2 knights of the Mithril Shield standing at each exit. There are different doors leading off into various chambers. Everything's all open. And there are glowing braziers and lanterns illuminating the entire hall. So there's just 4 bodyguards as well near the king. This is King Han up here. And he looks to be a couple of 100 years old. He's got 4 shield dwarf guards guarding him. Each one is wearing chainmail and a shield. And they have an axe, battle axe in their hand, drawn. And then there's just some advisors, some elders, 2 flanking the king and 1 standing at the top of the stairs to meet with you all. And yeah, they're all, even the advisors, they have warhammers. They're not drawn though, and they wear chainmail. And the king kind of leans forward. The throne, this high-backed stone throne, is just enormous in comparison to this little 4-foot-tall dwarf. Wears a horned helm, and he too is dressed in some mithril chainmail. He kind of leans forward to you all. Ah! So you're the ones that have returned from Ironslag. Come forth. Mind the step. It's a bit of a drop below, he says as he looks down the shaft.
On forward.
This shield dwarf elder just nods at you guys. He's got some stone beads braided in his beard. You best be bowing to the king, the shield dwarf says. And as the king stands up, every single dwarf in the room, apart from the knights of the Mithril Shield, bow.
I'll give a bow. Be respectful.
I'll presume everyone will take to the knee.
Yeah.
And so who are we still waiting for? Jarek and Lily?
Yep.
Alright, so just there with you guys. I'll just move them up. And then the king kind of jumps off this little throne and he raises his hands. Congratulations for your success in Ironslag. Tell me, have you cleared it out? Have you stopped them fearsome fire giants from what they've been doing there in that old abandoned forge?
Well, it's not exactly cleared out. There are some fire giants left.
Huh? Ah, that's a shame. Did you at least make a dent in their operation?
We killed the Duke.
You killed the Duke! Ah, so I've heard from me not so distant cousins over at Citadel Felbar. Words travel quickly through these tunnels, my lads.
Oh, we stopped one of the mining operations things. That way.
I heard you rescued many a dwarf.
No, there was the Titan. What was that hole, that pit they were digging in? Something was happening last time.
Yeah, they dug up looks like a gun for the.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, it's a piece of the Vanadad.
Aye, I've heard word that the fire giants have been digging up some large pieces of adamantine. Vonadod, you say? Do you know something about this Vonadod?
Just know that it is very big, and it is Like a golem, maybe?
Ah. Well, you have my gratitude for stopping this operation, but if there are fire giants remaining in Iron Slag, then they are still crafting this construct. Am I right?
More than likely, yes.
I know you're all powerful adventurers, and I'm sure you've got a lot on of your own business. So, I'm willing to make your proposition. By no means is this a king's order. Think of it as a request. I would like you to clear out Iron Slag completely of all its denizens and halt the production of the Vonadod for good. My men have seen them hauling these large fragments of adamantine to the underground forge. It had stood abandoned for the longest time. I do thank ye for the information, and I've heard that you've got a bit of a problem with your transportation.
Yes, a slight problem.
Tell me, what is this problem? The rumors say that you're flying in a ship attached to a balloon that soars through the skies.
Well, it
We
did.
were.
It kind of falls through the sky.
Falling with style.
Yeah, the balloon.
It falls more than flies, I would say. Not very reliable.
It's wrecked several times.
Ah!
It's only wrecked once.
Sounds like that's due to inferior craftsmanship.
I'll say.
I've got a little bit of a detail given to me from some of the ones that you'd rescued. And I think we could fix the balloon for you. That's the least we could do to say thanks. A bit of recompense. Would be happy to thread it with Mithril. We've got some spare dragon hides laying around. We could build you a new one, but it will take me 10 men and 5 days to patch her up. She'll be sturdier than ever before, though. By a dwarf's word.
We'd be most grateful.
You're welcome to stay here at Citadel Adbar for the meantime. There ain't much here for you to do, but you could get a bit of rest and respite. And if you want to consider me offer, well, I may be able to procure you all a rare magic item for a reward.
Our gratitude continues to grow.
How are we going to go back there?
Well, we do have some other pressing matters, but it might turn out that we can do that as well.
I'd rather not make promises we can't keep to a king.
Yeah, we do have a lot.
My lord! And suddenly some these knights standing at the doors march forward, and two of them are carrying this large brazier with this blue flame coming out. We've got something for you, my lord! And the king kind of looks at them with a bit of a raised eyebrow. What's that? They march up and they slam this brazier down on the ground. And then the other knights that are flanking the entrances, they move up. They draw weapons. And the king holds up his hand. Hold! My knights, what do you have for me? This, my lord. And there's like these blue coals churning inside this large brazier, and this bright blue flame is just churning out of it. And all of a sudden, this light blue wind escapes the brazier and starts swirling around the room. And the king, he just starts yelling, "What is the meaning of this, knights? Stop this!" But they ignore his commands, and all of a sudden the blue wind materializes into 8 yak folk warriors.
What? Alright.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, 7 yak folk warriors. And
I've already killed one.
2 yak folk priests. Not only that, the Knights of the Mithril Shield. They draw warhammers and they charge the guards and the king. The king yells out again, "Stand down! That's our king's orders!" But they draw weapons on you all and they attack.
Oh, well,
So let's roll
that's their
initiative.
problem. I guess we're gonna have to kill
The
them.
dwarves are turning on him?
Yeah.
These particular dwarves.
Yep, the Knights of the
Plus the
Mithril
ones up
Shield.
here, right?
Mhm.
Yes. They run and they start attacking these guards. These ones
So
start
total is-
attacking these guards.
6 dwarves that we can see have turned.
6 dwarves and there's 7 yak
Yeah.
folk.
The male dwarf tokens are the Knights of the Mithril Shield. These guys with the blonde hair. They've started attacking the dwarves, the king's retinue. And then, of course, these yak folks with great swords drawn, they materialize from this blue wind. So, did the API go down? Okay, I have to restart the API. It broke. It'll just be a second.
Looks like I joined just in time.
Great, good timing.
Even the API turned on the king.
Alright, yeah, you may expect the king to draw a weapon or something, but he doesn't. He just yells to the elders, "Get me out of here!" In a very cowardly act. Alright, Roderick, you're up first.
Okay. So these yak folk look.
Yeah, they've just materialized from this like blue wind, and you know, they are 10 feet tall. They have massive greatswords in their hands. They wear a leather cuirass or a bamboo cuirass or lamellar, sorry.
Okay. I'll just pick one of them. Which way? Which way do I expect the king to run away to?
Probably
So
this
I know
mine
you're not-
shaft.
Okay. Perfect.
You suspect that would lead down into the tunnels.
I'll just hunter's mark this guy down here, and then shoot him a bunch of times. What's the plan?
As a hit, that arrow breaks through his armor, sinks into his torso.
Nice. Another one.
That's another hit and another arrow embedded into his torso. And
Another
3
one.
for 3. That arrow splits the first one and knocks the yak folk back a couple of steps. Its giant hooves and its shaggy fur become drenched with its own blood.
Thought we dealt with these guys.
Alright, King Harnoth, he actually just runs. There is just like a chain that is attached to what looks like maybe some sort of elevator down below. But he just grabs onto the chain and he yells out to the elders, "Drop it! Drop it now!" Right, meanwhile, this yak folk priests just starts summoning. It has like some dirt in its hand, and it just blows the dirt out of its hand, and the earth, it swirls around, taking the form of an elemental. And it's going to go right next to Thomas and Norin. An earth elemental. And it joins the initiative. You see this 10-foot tall, rocky humanoid figure made out of solid stone. As you guys know, these Yakfos have an affinity with the elements. Than.
Is this just based on Than's experience? Is this elemental? Does it seem like the more powerful type, or not so much?
You could make an Arcana check.
Would that be like an action, or
No.
okay?
You're not sure. It's 10 foot tall. It's got these club-like arms of jagged stone swinging at its side. Its head and body consists of dirt and stone. It looks
All right,
pretty tough.
I'll cast. I'm gonna release the doves.
Alright, excluding all allies, I presume.
Yeah, of course.
If it was ducks, you could say release the Quacken.
That would be dope, actually.
You could make it look like ducks if you want.
No. That's sacrilege.
Alright, 15
Quack
foot
release.
radius, swirling doves start surrounding you.
And I will put the help action on the. Let's see here. I'll do on the Earth Elemental
Okay.
as a bonus action. And I will. Huh. My end of turn thing is not. What am I doing wrong? Oh yeah.
Alright, this Yakfolk warrior is going to just leap up here. It's like a 5-foot climb to get up from this level to this level. And it just pushes forward with its greatsword, and it attacks the shield dwarf guard. The shield dwarf managed to bring up her warhammer, blocking the greatsword attack. But he breaks through her defenses, slashing her with a mortal injury. She's close to death. This Yakfolk is going to avoid the spirit guardians, and he's going to run up. Actually, no, he's not. He doesn't have enough movement. Actually, yeah. He's going to just run up here, and he's going to take the dash action and charge up next to one of these shield dwarf guards. Alright, the Knights of the Mithril Shield. Very strange act. They've turned on their king. And this one just starts yelling out in the Yakfolk language. Yucaria. And his eyes are kind of lighting up. And he basically blesses everyone within 30 feet.
Do we have a reaction set?
You're not surprised, so yes.
Can I use my reaction?
For?
Counterspell?
He's not casting a spell.
Okay.
He's just yelling out. He doesn't have any spell focus or anything like that. Alright, these words kind of inspire all of his allies. Rend.
Alright, I will rage for my bonus. And then I'll move right here and attack the earth elemental with the flame tongue, but ignore the if I hit.
Alright, that is a hit.
Alright, ignore the fire damage this round because it takes a bonus round to
Okay.
Ignite it.
You hack into the earth elemental and you just cleave off a section of stone.
Alright. And once more.
That's a miss. This time the sword bounces straight off of it.
Alright. And that's it for this turn.
Alright, this Yakfolk warrior starts to turn the spirit guardians. The radiant energy begins to cause some of its shaggy fur to fall out. And it fails, taking the 7 radiant. And it's going to just swing its longsword at Jarek. A greatsword, sorry. 11 is a miss. As it fights through the doves, it swings again. And a 9 is another miss. It just lets out a bit of and ends its turn there. This Knight of the Mithril Shield starts... they wear plate mail and have a shield each, these knights. He just cracks this shield dwarf guard over the head, killing her instantly. Cracking her skull open, blood starts to pool at her feet. And
How
then
much of a guard?
he steps forward and smacks the guard. She is seriously hurt. You can hear like he's broken multiple bones, but she's still standing. Run! I will protect you, my king! She yells in what may be her last breaths.
The last breasts.
Yep. I just realized this Yakfolk should have made the saving throw of the bless as well. Alright, here comes the wisdom save with the bless. And he fails. So that's you then. Alright. The radiant energy starts churning through him. And this Yakfolk warrior, as he's materialized out of thin air, with his greatsword drawn, he swings at Lily. And
Alright.
22. He hits for 5 slashing.
I'll use a shield here, but
You can cast shield, but it won't block the attack.
oh, it won't help. Okay. So how much?
5 slashing. And he attacks again.
Now I won't miss
28.
with a shield. Well, he'd have disadvantage on it.
Sorry,
Since I
what's...
haven't gone yet.
What is it? Okay. He has disadvantage on all attacks. Alright. So,
The rune.
you cast shield. His sword bounces off. Alright, this Yakfolk is going to step into the Spirit Guardians. And he fails. Alright, the radiant energy seems to blister his flesh quite a lot. And his greatsword just slashes this shield dwarf advisor straight down. Blood just paints the stone steps leading up to the throne. And then it pushes through the Spirit Guardian some more and it attacks Roderick. And he stumbles, he kind of trips over the steps with his hooves, slips on a bit of the blood. Meanwhile, the Knight of the Mithril Shield is pushing forward to get at the king. He gets blocked with his first attack before just absolutely pulverizing this dwarf. He hits her in the chest and she drops to the ground, immediately killed. The knight then runs up at the elder, at the advisor. This Yakfolk is going to charge in at Rend. He enters the Spirit Guardians. Actually, he'll go at Norin because there's not enough room for him over there. He gets the blessing as well when he moves closer. Wrong one.
Sorry, that was, yeah, my bad.
He pushes through the Spirit Guardians. It starts to melt away at his flesh, and he attacks Norin using his greatsword. His first attack is a miss. And a 27 whoosh, hits you for 10 slashing damage. He ends his turn there. Norin.
All right, let's return the favor. Right back at him.
That is a hit. The trident breaks through his bamboo armor.
Alright, I'm going to put my unwavering mark upon him. Let's see, and then I will... then I'll go for this one. Stabbing.
It's a miss.
Here we go again. Don't know. I can't really move anywhere. I mean, I guess I can. Just gonna take a lot of opportunity attacks. Yeah, I'm going to move 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20 to here. So I'll take like what? 3 opportunity attacks?
The Yakfolk warrior, he will miss you. The elemental's going to try and hit you with this giant stony fist. He has advantage as you're squeezed, and he hits you for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Fine.
And this guy, he's going to swing too. He hits for 6.
Alright, I will go ahead and bonus action in second. Next roll.
I push through as all of the these creatures just go into this fierce melee. You just kind of block out all the pain from these attacks that you've suffered.
And then I'm going to action surge, and I'm going to stab at the guy that is blessing them at the moment with
This
his
guy.
yell. Yeah.
That hits. You get a gap in between his plate mail and shield, catching through one of the links of his chain shirt underneath his plate.
Alright. I'll put my mark on him as well. Then I'll attack again.
Hit. You find another gap in his defenses. This time when the trident sticks into him, he winces in pain a little bit. He looks bloodied now.
Alright. And that will be my turn.
Thomas.
So the guy that Norin was attacking is the one that blessed them.
Yeah.
Right. Move down here and shoot a lightning bolt east.
Nice.
There's a jump here. You'd be standing in the... You'd fall if you're standing there, Thomas. You can make an acrobatics check. Make an acrobatics check. That's the mine. That's the shaft.
I forgot there was a mine shaft. Alright, I was here.
You could just go. You could just go like in between like that.
20. Like that?
Yeah. All right, you send a lightning bolt streaking straight down the hall.
That's a hell of a lightning bolt.
This is the closest one to you. He fails, and he's almost dropped to the ground from that lightning bolt. He's just got this fierce, fiery wound just cutting through his side. Next one, half cover. 19. He succeeds, but it still hits him pretty hard, and he's bloody. And then the knight at the end, half cover. He succeeds. Kind of holds up his shield, but the shield...
Do I have a...
one to the war mage?
Yeah, I've got a one.
Alright. He still makes the save anyway.
The
And
second one probably didn't, right? No, he rolled
17.
an extra one, so it's a 7.
Yep. All right, that knight of the Mithril Shield, he's severely injured now too.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this up? Is there a column here? Is
Yep, it's a column.
that a space I can go to?
It's a column. I should put some dynamic lighting there. I'll put dynamic lighting there. It's a large granite pillar.
All right, then I'll click in an acid splash for the 2 yak folk next to each other there.
All right, closest one.
And the one on the other side.
He fails. The acid hits him in the chest and he collapses down to the ground, disappearing into that same blue wind, and it kind of returns back to the brazier. The next one over, he fails as well. The acid eats through his bamboo armor and through his fur, leaving him gravely injured.
Yeah, so I still get out of melee with them.
Derek.
Excellent. So real quick, because I missed just the first part of that, is this the king? Did you say right here
Yeah.
on the platform? And how far down is that?
You don't know how far down it goes. It's
So you can't see him.
You can see him. He jumped onto the chain. He jumps onto a chain that's hanging from the support beam.
Okay. All right. He's dangling from a chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
He jumped onto the chain and he yelled out for them to drop the chain.
All right then.
Yeah, the king has just literally just fled when the combat has broken out.
Kind of makes sense.
It actually doesn't. You would expect a dwarf king to draw arms and fight to the death in his throne room.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and cast some darkness, I guess, as I normally do. Wouldn't want to disappoint anyone. So I'm gonna do that. Just one sec. Let me get that going. Boom.
Are you casting on your shield?
Say that again.
Are you casting it on your shield?
Correct. Yep. And I'm going to be using my 2.2 sorcery points for that. Okay.
Quickening?
And no, it's
it's
just the ability.
shadow thingy. Okay.
Yeah. Then I'm just going to. Don't think I want to be here, but let's see. 1, 2, 3. Let me look up this one spell. I've been looking at it for just one sec. So I want to make sure it's got the right distance on it.
When you were talking about the king over here, and you said you were hanging by a chain. So is he kind of out of reach of people right now, or is he down where he can be?
There is a partition above what looks like a mine shaft, like an elevator platform, and there's chains hanging from the partition descending into darkness below. He's just run and grabbed onto the chain, and he's told the elders to drop it. He's at the same level as everyone standing here. He's waiting for someone to drop the chain.
All right. So then I'm going to go ahead and it's his escape. That's nice.
Escape plan.
Yeah. I'm going to move there, and then I'll go ahead and be done. Turn. Thank you.
Lily.
All right. We'll start our turn with Blade Sing. Yeah, right. I guess we'll just stab people. I guess that's what we'll do. Oh, right. You can't use a second bonus action. Only get one of those, don't I?
Indeed.
Unless you're Than. Doesn't abide by the rules.
Well, okay, so you know what? Change my mind. You said he's about our level. Is it possible to enclose him inside of a wall of force right now?
You could put him inside a wall of force. You could do the bubble version of it. You can do a hemispherical dome or a sphere. So yeah, you could put him in a 3-foot radius sphere.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wall of force it.
Okay.
And
Alright, you put him in a small bubble, which pretty much is just his dimensions, and then he kind of he's stuck in this little ball. And he's like banging on it, like all of a sudden he's kind of shunted to the off the chain. And he starts like kind of almost doing like a mime would with his hands around the bubble.
alright, yeah. We'll leave him in the hamster wheel then.
Alright, this yak folk is going to cast Hold Person on Norin. Norin, make a wisdom saving throw. You resist, as it just takes like a few twigs, a little bit of water, and just kind of crumbles them in his hand. Kind of almost blows these elements through the air. As they wash around you, you start to feel an invisible force sort of close in on you, but you resist it. And then the Yakfolk priest is going to stay exactly there. The Earth Elemental is going to attack Jarek. It's a regular attack. No advantage and no disadvantage. It just tries to slam a stony fist into you. You hit for 17 bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, that was Jarek, did you say?
Yes.
I think you took off a little more health than you should have.
Alright, you still make the saving throw, but yeah, just readjust your health. And then he's going to attack Than at advantage. And Than, you feel a stony fist whack you for 15 bludgeoning damage. He also needs to make a wisdom save for the Spirit Guardian, so roll that up, Than.
Real quick, can you hear me?
Yep.
So, did you say I failed my...
You succeeded.
Oh.
The reason why it failed you is because you accidentally reduced your health by 60.
Oh, okay.
Increasing the DC, but the DC was 10. Alright, the Earth Elemental fails for the Spirit Guardians. And when he hits you, Than, the Spirit Guardians also drop. And the Elemental moves here. You can hear it kind of glide forward. Alright, the Shield Dwarf guards try to fight off the knights, but they're severely outmatched. And they're just yelling, "What's come over you, brother? What is the meaning of this treachery? Murad will turn in his grave for this act." This Yakfolk warrior is going to run up to Rend and attack. Advantage, disadvantage. It's a miss. The greatsword comes in again and swings straight over your head. This Knight of the Mithril Shield pushes forward to try and get to the king. And you guys just hear a loud crack and then a thump of a body hitting the floor. Jarek, you see another Shield Dwarf guard with a skull cracked open. And he attacks the next knight, the guard, but misses. Alright, this knight is going to... he's going to just rush in at Norin. He's going to move through here. Advantage, disadvantage. He attacks you with his warhammer. And, oh, he gets a direct hit at you. He kind of pushes underneath the Yak Folk's legs. And hits you for 12 bludgeoning. Comes in again. And he hits you again. That warhammer just comes out of the darkness where you'd least expect it. And it just kind of clips you for 4. And the knights are going to continue their slaughter. This one knocks another guard to the ground with one swift warhammer to the head. She's dead. And then the knight...
He didn't surround himself with very, very good guards, did he?
Yeah, if you'd heard the backstory of Citadel Adbar earlier, basically they lost most of their warriors in the war. And only, there's only just like the Knights of the Mithril Shield that are left. There were knights at every door and they've turned on you guys, so obviously he wasn't expecting that. And he just moves up and puts his warhammer through this elder's head. This elderly dwarf just is instantly killed and then runs towards the king. Roderick.
Okay. Do I know anything about these Knights of the Mithril Shield? That...
Oh, this is unprecedented, Roderick. You don't believe it.
Yeah.
There's no way in the Nine Hells that these dwarves would just turn on their king. Impossible. It's just... Dwarves would be incapable of such an act.
Okay. Perfect. I will encourage my own disbelief. Gonna keep working on this guy.
You step out of the darkness, aim, and you sink an arrow into his back. He hovels forward. Another direct hit. The Yakvok falls down to a knee as he struggles to rip these arrows out, but you've put him in just that one annoying place in his back where you can't quite reach to scratch. So he's just trying to grab it.
And then I'll fade away. Yeah.
Alright, the king, he obviously it's an invisible wall. So you guys just see him just kind of hitting everything. He's like just kind of punching all the areas around him and he's trying to yell, but his voice doesn't make its way through the barrier. And he's stuck. Alright, this priest is going to cast Hold Person on you, Nora, and make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep, the only person that's visible.
You resist. You feel that same sort of magic as the Yak Folk just takes a few little components out and nothing happens to you. Then.
So before I was submerged in this utter darkness, this what was it again?
A brazier with like some blue coals and a blue flame, some sort of like elemental magic.
All right.
The knights had just been carrying it and they'd run in and suddenly it summoned all these Yak Folk.
If I were to bonus action put jump on myself, would I be able to jump to this side like that? I'm just moving myself, or anywhere on that side?
You're so that would be like a long jump, which you need a 10-foot run up.
Okay.
You have to step back.
I can, right?
Well, if you step back, then you've got a 10-foot run up.
But then, I see. Okay, so 5, and then I can jump on the other side of this.
Yeah, you can jump like that.
So like that. Okay.
As you're jumping, the elemental attacks you with advantage, with an opportunity attack.
Sure.
And a stony fist kind of boosts you a little bit as it whacks you on the back for 13 bludgeoning.
Okay, so that hits me.
22, yeah.
22.
He seems to not be relying on vision to
On
sense
sight,
where you
yeah.
are.
13, you said, right?
Yeah. Alright, so that costs you 30
Okay.
feet of movement to jump there.
Okay, and then I will cast Dispel on this brazier. If that's possible. Or try to.
Alright, Dispel magic does not work. There's no spell affecting the brazier. It doesn't even use your spell slot. There's just no spell there. It's not a spell.
Okay, I will do nothing else. That's all I can do.
Hello, Then.
Hi there.
Alright, this Yak Folk warrior just runs up and he just starts attacking the king, but his greatsword obviously is going to be bouncing off that wall of force. And then he yells out something really loud in Yukaria. And this Yak Folk warrior is going to move up to the Elder. And what's this thing doing here? He's going to it's just a slaughter. Cuts the Elder down straight away.
Yeah, we remember how these Yak folk are.
And then he's going to start attacking the king as well. His greatsword's going to bounce off too. He also yells out in frustration. Alright, the Knight of the Mithril Shield still standing, still yelling out this special command, bolstering everything near him somewhat. And he's going to attack you, Sam, swinging his warhammer towards you. He misses. He attacks again. And he crits. You jump straight into his warhammer.
I'd like to use my reaction to make that a regular hit.
Alright. Use your grave ability, and some of that energy is transferred to a corpse. Is that how that works? Somewhere in the world, a corpse explodes in its grave.
You're the dealer's call. Yeah, sure.
A commoner on the other side of the world takes that damage instead.
Unless you have enough rogue to uncanny dodge, then that'd be better.
Alright,
I do not.
hit for 11.
So I'm in darkness. So if I attack, it's with disadvantage, right?
No, not necessarily. So it means that you're effectively blinded, and it means where is blinded? It means this. So yeah, you do have disadvantage technically, but also there's unseen attacker. That means if they can't see you, you have advantage. So if they can't see you and you can't see them, they cancel each other out. It's a regular attack. He's not able to predict your movements to effectively block your attack. So regular.
Okay, yeah.
But you couldn't give yourself advantage either.
All right.
Reckless
then in
wouldn't
that
help you.
case, yeah. In that case, I'm actually just going to run to these dwarves.
Alright, they raise their shields close to their sides.
All right. I'll use my bonus action to ignite hot stuff, and then
Gets hot.
I'm gonna attack this guy first.
That is a miss.
Oh, reckless. Shit, I didn't say reckless first. All right, try it one more time.
And another miss. He blocks your incoming attacks with his plate mail and shield. Alright, this Yak Folk is going to step into the darkness. He'll provoke from you, Norin.
Okay. He ain't going nowhere.
Alright, so you stop him in his tracks. You stab into his leg. And he just turns around and swings at you instead. Comes in with his giant sword. You're hit
Handling my own business.
for 10 slashing. I think technically, actually, he would be in the darkness, so you couldn't have seen him, but it's too late now. Because if the darkness overlaps him, but it doesn't matter. He will attack again. And that is another miss. Well, that is a miss. And he ain't
Well, the
going
first one
nowhere.
would have been a miss, no? if he was technically in the darkness?
Nope.
Well, I mean, I couldn't see, if he was in the darkness, then I wouldn't be able to see him either.
Yeah. Advantage and
Oh, right.
disadvantage.
We just went over that.
All right, this knight is going to attack you, Ren, with his warhammer. Swings and he hits you for 5 bludgeoning. All right, this guy is going to move into the darkness, and he'll attack Lily with his greatsword. 21 is a hit.
That is a hit. I'll shield that too.
Alright, you cast shield, and this barrier just reflects the greatsword as it's about to hit you, and he just swings again. And the greatsword bounces off once more. The knight is going to attack you, Ren. He's going to use his warhammer on you. Take a couple of swings and a couple of misses. Alright, the Yakfolk warrior. He is going to step around here next to Than, and he's like at disadvantage, right, Norin? Or resistance?
Only if I'm within 5 feet of him.
Of the warrior?
Yeah, I have to be within 5 feet of whoever I have marked
Okay.
for them to have disadvantage on things besides myself.
Alright. He attacks Than, and it's a miss. He swings his mighty greatsword again and misses again. And wait, let me roll for that first one because he actually has the blessings. Miss and miss. And they don't seem to get bolstered if they can't see this guy as well. You've kind of noticed that. Oh,
Alright, well, let's
Somewhat.
continue trying to get this guy. Shit.
it's a miss.
Try again.
And another miss.
Oh. And they're no longer marked at the beginning of my next turn, so
Okay.
this turn they would not be marked. And since I missed, well, can't remark them. I'm going to bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action hidden step to go invisible, but I'm not gonna go anywhere.
Okay.
My turn.
Thomas.
Can get a upward right diagonal light.
You can hit those 3. It's a direct line. Just like that.
Another good one.
Alright, I'm gonna start off with this guy. The priest jumps to the side, and the lightning bolt glances its torso. Next one. It too dodges, and that knight is he's struck down by that lightning bolt. Hits the ground, dying, and something happens. His eyes glow blue, and a blue mist waft out of the knight's mouth. And the blue mist materialized into a Yakfolk warrior as if the Yakfolk's spirit was trapped inside the dwarf. And that Yakfolk warrior joins the initiative. Well, on the same count that this guy was on.
Oh. That changes the
Actually, it has to be
turn.
unoccupied, so he'll be there. Has to be an unoccupied space.
Huh.
Well, I'll risk the opportunity attack.
Alright, just 2 seconds. Just gotta bump this guy up into the initiative. Alright, he does attack. He's ready the second he materializes, and he misses. Jarek.
Excellent. Can you hear me?
I can.
Nice. All right. Like you said, it looks like that that earth elemental isn't having any problems in this darkness. So we're gonna have to try a different type of movement with him. We're gonna do bonus action, Misty Step. Let's see where we go.
Right, the elemental did use its reaction, so it couldn't opportunity attack you.
Say that again.
It used its reaction already. The orange dot is a reaction, so it wouldn't be able to attack you if you're worried about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay, well, then I guess I won't do that, and then I will
Gonna
just
walk over here like a peasant.
I'm gonna walk around like a peasant,
Like a man.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and make it. I'm gonna keep you guys in it. I'm sorry about that.
Nobody can see you strut though.
Everybody's running away from Jarek.
It's difficult terrain to move through a creature, so you'll go there with 30.
That's fine. Then I'm going to quicken a. So real quick, just on that, do you quicken the spell that you're casting as a normal spell and then a cantrip, or do you quicken the cantrip?
You quicken a spell that has a casting time of 1 action and turn it into a bonus
That's what I
action.
thought. Awesome. So I am going to be quickening the Scorching Ray. And I'll be attacking this one right here.
Alright, you have advantage. That's a hit.
That's awesome. Isn't that great?
Just clips the Yakfolk warrior.
Right. Well, I've got 4 of those at a 3rd level, so here we go. Another one.
That's a hit. And poof, that one hits the Yakfolk in the chest. It's looking close to death. It's a crit. And it is another hit in the chest. Poof, it just knocks the Yakfolk straight onto his back and just burnt a big hole through his chest. Dead.
Awesome. Awesome. And so then that 4th one is going to be wasted. I guess this won't come out, right?
Nope. You choose the target before you shoot each one, so you can choose a new target.
I'll choose this one right here, which is the next one right here.
Same thing with Eldritch Blast as well. You can pick the target before each attack roll. That's a hit. And that firebolt just glances at Yakfolk.
Awesome. And then we're going to do the Eldritch Blast, hitting him twice, hopefully.
You look
That's
like
a hit.
disco ball if we could see you.
And you hear a loud crack as that force beam smacks into the Yakfolk's armor. That's another hit. And more bamboo is just shattered as it hits him in the torso.
Awesome. Could you move him as far back as you can with each one of those? So I guess
You
that's
can move him
20,
back.
right?
You can move him back once because
Okay.
you didn't push him back with that first attack, and it's already done now.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. There.
You shove him
Yeah.
into the other one. They're squeezed now too, so that's a good move.
All right, and that is all I can do. So I will end my turn. Sorry, guys. That was a while.
Lily.
Okay, I was gonna come. I mean, Thomas looked like he had a hot ticket there. I was gonna come down and try that same maneuver as him, like straight up through there.
Alrighty, these two actually will have disadvantage too because they're squeezed. Gives you disadvantage on dex saves. They're no longer benefiting from that war chant either.
Just lightning bolts, just.
Yeah, the throne room is... Luckily everything's made from stone. There's just scorch marks all over the ground. Alright, roll us 8d6. And what is your DC, Lily? 17?
Yes, sir.
Alright, the closest one fails and is almost completely struck down by that lightning bolt. This one, it has cover, so that is a success with an 18. And it's still left severely injured. And then the final one gets a 19. And it's still like a direct hit. And all 3 yak folk are left bloodied. These ones are almost dead.
Let me check here real quick what that was. That was 5, 20, okay.
You see like a line of fire dancing along the ground in that direction for a brief moment. Like the car from Back to the Future. Alright, this yak folk is going to cast a spell. And this time the yak folk just pulls out a little token. It's a dead elf head. And holds it up to you and pulls it out of is just tucked in beneath its armor and shows it to you, Than. And then it just squashes the head with its massive fist. And when that happens,
that's rude.
You need to make a charisma saving throw for banishment. Would you call it distasteful?
I would, yes, I would.
Alright, you're banished. So you're banished to a harmless demiplane, and while you're there, you're incapacitated. So no action, no reaction.
Okay.
This earth elemental is going to start moving forward, stomping with these giant stone legs. And it's going to come up at Lily and attack with advantage. A stone hand whooshes over your head. You can feel the wind off it. And that one hits.
That one I'll shield.
I cast shield and the stony hand is just repelled. And it's going to stay right there. The Yakfolk warrior is going to charge forward, running in at Roderick. And then at Thomas. It's going to do like one giant sweep with the greatsword. It misses Roderick and slashes you, Thomas.
I'll shield.
You cast shield and the greatsword is just repelled upwards, bouncing off of you. This knight is going to jump down here next to Jarek and attack him at disadvantage with its warhammer. It misses. And it's like attacking over here. It's like got the complete wrong direction.
Thank goodness.
This one is going to attack Norin at disadvantage. And it still hits. It gets a lucky hit for 10 bludgeoning.
I guess it hasn't pulled up for me yet.
21 on the attack.
Oh, I would. Well, I mean, if it was going to hit, I would do a warding maneuver with my reaction.
Okay, you, yeah, he predicts where you're going to stand next, and you just bring up the trident and parry him down. And he attacks again. And you just casually step to the side. He swings in the wrong spot. This knight is going to jump down, join the fun. He's going to attack Jarek at disadvantage. And he misses. And then he's going to attack Roderick. Regular attack. And that is a miss. Whoa, why is Roderick's AC 92? That's definitely a miss if your AC is 92.
He's been armoring up.
Is that AL legal, Roderick? That 92 AC?
Well, it's difficult to get to it, but yeah, it's legal.
Is it because
You
you're
just
in
have
the
to be immortal and read the Tome of Agility a lot of times.
you're in the presence of a mighty king?
Yes, it is. What? Where's my?
You
armor?
put your hit points in your AC box accidentally.
Ah. Change it there.
Was it like, was there some granite around or something? Is that like defensive stone?
Yeah, I just like rolled in some stones.
He's become one with granite.
He is granite.
I didn't think I changed that, but it must have happened. Yeah, it's like proper now. 19 is my normal
Okay.
AC. Okay. Feel naked without my 92 AC. Kind of crowded in here. Is this corner fine? Or is that...
You're good. Just moving by it or on that edge, you will need to make an acrobatics check because it's
Okay.
not much room to shuffle by in combat.
Yep. If the people next to me can't see me, it's still disadvantage on range, isn't it? Actually, it doesn't matter because
It's not actually. Yeah, it actually isn't if they can't see you.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not going to matter anyway.
Yeah, I'll try to finish this one off that I've been working on for so long.
And you just hear a arrow hit the Yakfolk warrior, and then you hear him actually like rattle some chains, and he stumbles and falls down the mine shaft.
Good. And can I move my hunter's mark this turn?
Yeah. He didn't have the hunter's mark, did he? Or he did?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, next turn.
Yeah,
Has to be
he'll
a subsequent
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah. I'll take a shot at yeah, this one down here. About the hunter's mark.
And you hear another Yakfolk crash to the ground dead.
Nice. That's so.
The king is just... You don't hear him, but you can see him. If you can see him, you can see him yelling and banging, and he starts like doing this weird like cartwheel thingy, rolling around everywhere. He seems very flexible, actually, for a dwarf, the way he's rolling around.
I
Alright,
think we need to distill magic the king.
this Yakfolk priest is
Maybe.
looking for Norin again for a whole person. Alright, no Norin. Alright, it's gonna just stomp over here, and it's gonna pull out a hunk of meat. A nice, delicious roasted hunk of meat. And then it's going to put it behind its back and rub it on its butt and throw it on the ground while it's looking at you, Roderick. Not Roderick, Rend. And it casts banishment on you.
It can't see me. The pole's in the way. I can't see it anyway.
There.
Yeah, barely.
Make a charisma save. Once you see this very distasteful item, you just think, I'll still eat it, and the spell has no effect. Alright,
Oh, man.
Than, you just find yourself in a black void. There's blackness all about you. You can run. You can run and you're not going to get anywhere. You don't actually get to repeat your saving throw either.
Well, I did.
Yeah, you can still move, but you're just running in an endless void. So yeah, you start working on your cardio. someone will need to break the banishment to get you out. Alright, this Yak Folk warrior is... nothing's happening when he's attacking the king. He stands here, and he's going to attack your end, using his greatsword. And he stumbles forward, his foot kind of slips down the mine shaft, but he's plenty big enough to stand here comfortably. He swings again, and he hits you for 6 slashing. Alright, this knight is dead. Even Than isn't going to save him. Ren. He's actually still... he's not dead. But...
I like killing yak people, so I'm a great weapon master, the yak person.
Are you going reckless this time?
Reckless. God, yes, reckless.
Yeah, you did say it last time, so I thought you would have gone this time. Alright.
Than's help action at the beginning really threw me off.
Just ignore Than's help action. Just pretend it doesn't exist. Alright.
Oh my God.
You just slash into the yak folk. 43 damage, and you almost kill him with a single hit. Just breaks through his armor, slashes into his chest.
Alright, we'll do that again.
And that's a hit. You impale the yak folk, just sear the flame tongue straight through its chest and out of its back, and then you just draw the blade out, and the yak folk stumbles, disappears down the mine shaft.
And for my bonus, I'll attack that dude there. Not a great weapon, just regular.
That hits him, even with his great defense. You manage to just slam that sword down. Sparks go flying, and you just singe his beard and his face and his chest and his arms.
Good.
They're pretty tough, these knights.
Yeah.
Alright, the yak folk is going to start swinging at Norin, wherever he is. Disadvantage. Miss. And miss, he just plants the greatsword onto the stone floor. Alright, this knight is going to use his action to utter a special command, which is basically a bless on this guy himself. And anyone else within 30 feet of him, they can see.
Me too. Just go ahead and add it.
That's his turn. Tries to bolster the other knights. And then this guy's going to attack you, Ren. That'll be a hit. 19. You hit for 2 bludgeoning.
That's a miss.
19. He gets a 1d4 onto his attack.
Oh.
Attack rolls and saving throws. Like a bless.
I didn't see the blessing part.
Next one. A 17 misses. He's going to move here. Despite them being obviously possessed, they still fight like well-trained warriors. Alright, next is this guy. And he's going to come running in at Lily. Swinging through the darkness. Miss. And again. Miss. Norin, you... Fey energy drops. You become visible.
I'm gonna be at disadvantage anyway, and I don't really think I can afford many more opportunity attacks, so I'm just gonna throw a bone spear at this yak folk priest.
Okay, you know their armor is absolute trash. That's a hit. And it splinters through the Lamela. Yakfos maintains concentration.
I'll pull out another spear and throw it.
That's another hit. And another spear sticks into the Yakfolk priest. And it causes it to drop concentration. Then you re-emerge.
I'm naked.
You're only gone for 5 seconds.
That's all it takes.
That was very fast. I'm impressed.
Call it 5 seconds, man.
It's hard to find time for yourself these days.
Gotta take advantage of it when you can. I'm not gonna move. and I have no bonus actions to take, so that's it. Click the EOT.
It's being laggy. Thomas.
Try again.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try something. 10.
Fireball.
15. It's difficult terrain to go through this dwarf, isn't it?
Yeah. Unless Than lets him die, then he won't be difficult terrain.
20, 25.
The Earth Elemental's going to attack you. A stony fist just comes out of the darkness. It's a hit.
And I'm gonna open the decanter and say, geyser, and pour 30 gallons of water on this.
That does hit you, Thomas. You had advantage. So you hit for 8 bludgeoning.
Oh, okay.
Alright, you're going to pour water on it. You do remember that the Yak folk, they worship the elements. Water, wind, earth, fire, and water. And also water.
I said water 3 times.
Water. That's not a hint at all, Thomas. He's just trying to put out that fire.
Maybe I shouldn't put out the water.
It is. It is.
Or put out the.
Yeah, it's definitely not a natural looking flame. They're blue coals with like a blue light emanating, and it doesn't let off any heat either.
Is this something that could be like kicked over or something like that?
Does it look like it can be closed?
There's no lid for it. It's made out
Smash
of some sort of like blue stone. Could be smashed.
Can I tell them how many hit points it has with my stone cunning?
It's not a stone that you're familiar with, Roderick.
Oh no,
Whoa.
It's your weakness.
Oh,
it's blasphemy.
It's not of this world, that's for sure.
it doesn't exist. That's simple.
Alright.
It must be from a different plane of existence.
It's probably made of plastic.
Yeah. Alright, then I'm gonna move the last 5 feet. Get a good view. Well, as much as I can see. There's only 2 of them now, though. Damn it. Well, that changes things. Alright, I'm going to cast Synaptic Static. You have it, thank you.
You're way too close to me.
I can't move that though. Oh, now I can.
That's perfect right there.
Yeah. I can get 2 of the dwarves and then the.
Yep, 2 dwarf, 2 yak.
Alright.
Alright, this is the yaks. Alright, the closest one fails. He screams out. He grabs his horns and his head and the psychic energy. And next one succeeds, so he takes half. Crumbles a little bit. And the 2 dwarves. This is the closest one to you. It fails, and it too gets that psychic energy flooding its mind. And then this guy's got a plus 1d4. And it doesn't help him none. Gah! He just yells out in a dwarvish tone.
That should negate part of his bless there for. Yeah.
Jarek.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and do something similar as before. I'm going to move just a little bit. You can hear me, right?
Can hear you loud and clear.
And I'm going to hit this yak in front of me. I'm going to quicken Scorching Ray. And then...
Now you have advantage. hit. Alright, clips the yak folk, they're still standing. That's a hit. And it knocks the yak folk to the ground dead.
Then I will also hit the yak folk that is over here. I'm sorry, no, this one right. I'm sorry, that's you, Lily. Sorry. Can you see which one I'm targeting?
Yeah, the priest.
Perfect. Yep. Awesome.
That's a hit. And the priest is looking bloodied. And that's a hit. And it just glances the yak folk priest, but they're looking, yeah, pretty damn hurt.
Great. And then I'm going to go ahead as a regular action. I'm going to cast my cantrip I normally do. Agonizing Blast. I'm going to push him backwards.
It's a crit. It hits the yak folk priest straight in the head and knocks the priest back 10 feet. It slides along the ground. And that is a hit. And it puts a hole in the priest's chest. And the priest hits the ground dead.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right. And I'll look at Roderick and say, do you want me to move back up?
What? Who's that in there? I don't mind.
Jerk, do you want me to turn off the lights again for you?
Sure, these guys are ugly.
And then I'm done.
Lily.
Seb, would I be able to fire a lightning bolt straight this way?
Not on the not if it follows the grid, no. It wouldn't hit like that.
Let's see. What's the grid? Is it 5 up, 1 over? 5 up, 1 over?
Yeah, if you do it on a diagonal, then it's just like that. It would hit Norin. That would be diagonal.
Yeah, but you also have like a semi-diagonal.
Yeah, you can slant it. It basically goes 25 feet and then moves over 1 square, 25 feet.
Okay, let's see if I can do that. Let's see if... just misses. Need to come down a step.
Norin's tough. He can take it.
It's just hard to measure. It's really hard to measure this stupid thing.
Well, it's meant to just be a straight
Figuring
line.
out where in the world to stand is just impossible.
Well, yeah, I mean, really, it's supposed to just be like a straight line like that, a straight line like that,
I mean, you can still
or
hit
diagonal.
3. I mean, you can still hit 3 doing that.
Well, I mean, it says you can aim it at anything inside 100 feet.
Yeah. Well, we are playing on a grid, right? So.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's just a little tough on the grid to. Yeah. Okay. Well, Norin, let's see if you can dodge. I think if I stand here and do that one, it'll work. Oh wait, 1 step back, I think it was.
That slanted angle as well, that's like just something that I allow to do, but it also isn't actually meant to happen like that on the grid.
Okay. In that case, can I just shoot... Alright, let me move back. I think I was right up against this guy, wasn't I? Was I here? Was it here?
There.
I think it was here. I just want to get that guy in the back and this guy here. If I get any of them other ones. What if I go there and just shoot straight diagonal? Would I get the 2 of them? Or the 3 of them?
going to hit 2 of them. It'll hit the knight and the yak folk. That would
You
hit.
can hit 3 yak if you stand on Roderick too.
That's only going to hit 2 of them.
Oh, I want to see that. Yeah, step on Roderick's shoulders.
You can move into Roderick's square, and then you'll hit 3 of them. You'll hit the 3 yak folk.
Enjoy it, Roderick. We'll go right here.
Alright, Lily. Ignoring all social distancing rules. She just gets right up next to Roderick and lets a lightning bolt loose.
Kind of stone is that, Roderick?
A stone in your pocket.
Alright, roll 8d6.
86.
Well, the thing is, lightning bolt doesn't catch everything on fire. Like, it wouldn't burn a house down. Well, it does ignite flammable objects, but
I'm starting to care less and less about that.
it's more of an indoor spell rather than an outdoor spell. Alright, the closest yak folk is hit by the lightning bolt. The one behind it is directly hit as well. And then the final one succeeds the saving throw with a 17 and is left seriously injured.
So moved 5 there. No. Come up here, out of the dark. Maybe here.
You can't go there because there's a wall in the way, so you'd be going through the wall. And that yak folk, when you try to push by him, he doesn't let you go through. He stands in your way.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I gotta get off Roderick. One way or the other.
Yeah. So you've used 10 feet. You've got what, 30 feet left.
Can I walk like through like that?
You can go diagonal, just you can't go through walls.
Okay.
When you say it like that, it almost sounds reasonable.
Yeah, that's an actual thing in the rule book. You can't go through walls on a diagonal.
Yeah.
Alright, this elemental is going to shift forward and attack Jarek. It's going to come in with its stony fist and poof, hits you for 14 bludgeoning. And then it's going to attack again. And it completely misses. The Yakfolk warrior, as you emerge from the darkness, turns around and swings towards you, Lily. It misses, swinging straight over your head. The greatsword scrapes across the stone ground. It brings the sword back and catches you for 6 slashing.
Yeah.
Alright, the pain from that blade slashing you. Not you, Roderick, that was at Lily. Alright, that causes you to drop concentration.
Well, why would I rolled a 20?
Oh, sorry. I don't know why it rolled it twice.
I was like, holy crap, how hard you hit me?
Alright,
Yeah, sorry, I did mine and then they went in the way.
okay, yeah, you weren't hit, Roderick. Alright, so yeah, I don't know why it made 2 saves, but ignore the second one. And that was its second attack. It ends its turn there. Alright, this knight is going to... he's going to move up here. He provokes from you, Jarek, if you wanted to attack him.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. So with that feat, I can cast a single spell that would just hit him. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can cast any spell as long as it has only targets him. Alright, you hit him with the Toll of the Dead.
Yeah, hold on, let me see.
He fails. It'll be
Do I have it on here?
2d12 necrotic. You hear him kind of just yell out a little bit, and he'll actually turn and swing at you before he leaves that space. He'll be at disadvantage, and he misses you, and then he continues on and swings at Roderick, and he hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage, Roderick.
Sure.
Alright, this knight is going to attack Norin. And he gets a 14. It's a miss.
Oh, okay.
He's got synaptic
I forgot about
static.
Synaptic static. Okay. Well,
And-
then ignore the wording maneuver.
He'll try for you again. And that is another miss. 19. He grabs his head and yells out some more. And I think he should have actually had a plus 1d4 as well. But I'll roll that for this attack. So you may want to do that warding maneuver. It would be a 20 regardless of what he rolled. At least a 20.
Yeah.
Alright.
21.
That's just enough to parry him off. He fails to save for the synaptic static. Alright, this knight's going to just going to move forward, and he's going to try and grab you, Jarek. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check. Alright, you managed to slip out of his grip. And that's it. He grabbed onto you, you pulled your arm back. Roderick.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh.
A marching band practicing near your place.
Let's go on push to talk, please. Let me know when you've gone on push to talk. I just muted you for now. Alright, the Yakfolk Warrior. It's a direct hit. You kind of smack him with the quarterstaff, and you said you transferred your Hunter's Mark? Roderick? Dropped.
Concentration.
Oh, it was sorry. It's it's used Tyrax, it's got the drumming. Can you go on push to talk, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. I just had to mute you. So I missed what you said. Because that
I
drumming.
dropped it when I was on when I got hit.
Okay. Alright, well you hit him for 6 damage. Unless yeah. Did you mean to put it back up, or?
No, go again.
Alright, you whack him a couple of times, and you can just hear the quarterstaff crunch on impact. You're not sure how injured he is. Alright, the king is still doing his thing. He's just trapped in that bubble. Can't get out. This Yakfolk priest is going to cast a spell.
Counterspell.
Alright, it just pulls out this little horn. Alright, you're able to instantly counterspell the Yakfolk priest.
Nice.
Just grumbles a little bit, And it's armed with a quarterstaff. It's a giant. It's basically just a giant carved piece of wood. And it's just going to run in at you, Thomas. End its turn there. Than.
Alright. Looks like I might just be doing the old toll of the dead on this guy. I think so, yeah.
And the yak folk collapses to the ground dead. Face first onto the ground.
I'll put the help action on this dwarf.
That'd also be nice if we could get rid of this elemental soon.
What elemental? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't see one. I thought
I
you
don't
already
see one
killed it.
anywhere.
Ren.
Oh, you can hear it. Those big ears of yours.
I'm a
Whoa,
reckless
hello,
attack this
blow.
guy.
Are you going reckless?
Yes, reckless attack.
Okay.
Him.
He will use his reaction and he'll put up his shield, cross his warhammer, and parry you. 20 misses.
I'm gonna use my reaction to flip him off. Do that again.
And another miss. He goes into like a defensive position. He's just all armor everywhere you
He
see.
rattled me.
And he breaks out of that defensive position. You can see him struggling with the psychic energy that floods his mind. And he takes a swing at you. Yeah! And he just horribly misses. Ah! He tries again.
He hit me.
19? Oh yeah, 19 hits you
Oh.
just.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he had advantage. Alright, so you hit for 5 bludgeoning damage. And then you hit for another 2. 7 points. And he breaks up out of this synaptic static. He steps here. Alright, this guy's going to try and grab you, Rend. He's going to grab you and try and just crash tackle you into the abyss. Make an athletics check.
Alright, since it's strength, I get advantage, right?
Sure do. And well, there's very little chance he's going to make this. Ooh, he has his bless. And you managed to. He pushes you back a foot, and then you just grab him and throw him back away from you.
Oh shit!
He
If you rolled a
almost got you.
4,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you would have toppled the giant.
pretty strong, these dwarves. They're pretty sturdy. They're like 4 foot tall and 4 foot wide. Norrin.
Get that shit out of here.
Alright, let's
You gotta suplex him into the
get
fucking.
the dwarf in front of me.
Alright, that is a crit. No advantage needed. Good crit. You slash him with the
Wow.
trident, and you find a gap in his armor. He's looking pretty badly hurt.
It would have been better if you rolled a 19 than the reverse those numbers.
That is a hit.
Pull it out and swing it back at him again.
And he's still barely standing. He's absolutely soaked in blood.
I'm gonna put my unwavering mark on him just in case. I don't really think it's gonna matter at this point. And I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna move here. I want to stay within 5 feet of him.
Thomas.
Okay, Thomas had another idea in the last 6 seconds, and he remembers someone tried dispelling the fire and it wouldn't go out. He thought better of using water.
That was me.
Yeah. And so he's going to use the
Don't do it,
the
Thomas.
opal of the Ild rune to extinguish the flame, all flame within 10 feet.
Alright, use the opal of the Ildrune, and it does extinguish the light from the brazier, and when that happens, these yak folk turn into a blue mist, and they're sealed back in the brazier, disappearing, and the flame from the brazier goes out.
Nice. Well done.
Sweet. All right, and then I'll let's see, what else can I do? That's it. Now I'll quicken a.
Is the brazier gone?
It's not gone, but the flame's gone.
Oh.
I can stop this blessed dwarf from making another swing. I'll quicken an acid splash on. Oh no. Yeah, acid's good. This poison's bad for him.
He's got all sorts of things going on. Alright, he gets an 18. He has a minus d6, but a plus d4. 18. Just dodges. Jarek.
Just making sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Can.
Awesome. So that elemental didn't go anywhere after those priests went down, correct?
No.
It's like there.
It did not vanish.
Well, then I will. Guess I'll have to take a step back, but what I probably should do is cast a quick spell. Let me cast a quick spell first. Now I will use my Misty Step.
Say, Roderick, let there be light.
Alright, you disappear and reappear next to this giant granite pillar.
And then I'll cast a cantrip at it.
Elemental?
Never mind, I cannot. And I'll be done.
You know, you have your action.
Oh, I can move. That's right, I can move.
But you have your movement and your action. That was a bonus action. So you could still do Eldritch Blast or something.
Okay. Oh, well then, yeah, I'll do that then. So let me move, then. Now I'll do my Eldritch Blast. Thank you.
At
the elemental.
Okay.
Agonizing Blast. It's a normal roll. Let's just push him.
That's a hit. And
Right.
you're knocking him back.
Yep.
Alright, it pushes him back and it kind of shoves him up these stairs and he slams into this small stone railing.
Alright, I'm gonna hit him one more time.
Alright, you actually have advantage now for this next attack.
Okay.
And poof, that hits.
There's a nice lightning bolt lineup.
And let's just leave him there.
A big chunk of stone just breaks off the earth elemental.
And now I'll be done.
Lily.
The these dwarves here, you said they were heavily armored?
They wear plate mail and a shield. And they're also very good at parrying maneuvers.
Okay, in that case, I think what I'm going to do is I'll do Ding Dong Doom on the.
And he drops to the ground. When that happens, a blue mist leaves his mouth and it coalesces into a yak folk warrior, as if it releases the spirit of the yak folk into an unoccupied space next to him.
Do we try to save the dwarves? Were they mind controlled?
Seems like they were.
Or appears to be the operative word. I think that's all I can do.
Alright, the earth elemental is going to it's going to chase you down, Jarek. It's going to take the dash action. Comes cruising towards you. provoking from Roderick.
Alright, I'll just whack him. If I can find it. There we go.
That's a hit. And you take a chip off the old block with that elemental. A chip of limestone falls at your feet, Roderick. Alright, this dwarf's gonna just move up to hear the leadership of that other dwarf, this guy here. And he's gonna get those blessings. And he's gonna just start bringing that hammer down at you, Roderick. This warhammer comes in at you. And miss. And again, another miss. It's his turn done. Right, this one is on the ground. He's still alive by the looks of it. You might have a chance to save him. This yak folk is going to attack Than with its greatsword. It misses. And then it's going to step up here, provoking from you, Than. You hit it with a short sword. And unfortunately no sneak, but you do jam him for 5 piercing. And then he attacks Lily with a second attack. And it's a crit. Whoosh, brings down the greatsword for 12 points of slashing damage. Maintain concentration. And he ends his turn there. Meanwhile, this knight is going to run up, interpose himself here. He's going to come in at Thomas with his warhammer. And miss. And he's going to attack you again. And he hits you for 4 bludgeoning. Roderick.
Right, I'm gonna go for sack here.
That's a hit. And you smack him in the leg. And another hit. This time swinging the quarterstaff around. Hit him in the torso. Breaking through his armor. The king is still just spinning around. Doing all sorts of somersaults inside that ball. Invisible ball. So he just looks like he's floating in the air. Than.
Well, I feel like I'm just gonna toll the dead on this guy. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll just toll the dead on him. There he goes.
Alright, you hear that loud gong. The bell resonates throughout the entire hall. It just doesn't resonate with that yak folk warrior.
Alright, and I'll put the help action on him.
Alright, you get his attention. Just snorts at you. Meanwhile, this dwarf grabs your leg. God, help me, Than.
Kick his hand away.
And he breathes his last breath. Ren.
Alright. Reckless attack, trying to hit that guy again.
What were we just saying, right?
Goose eggs.
You just start going crazy with that sword, Ren.
His defense is great.
You guys just see Ren just
that's
doing like doing a helicopter with his sword. Just that hits.
Did that one hit? Okay, thank God.
You slash into the dwarf, knocking him back. He kind of hits the pillar, and he's left seriously injured.
Good.
He just returns his attack at you, Ren, coming in with his warhammer, and that's a hit for 3 bludgeoning. And again, it's a miss. And this one's going to attack you as well. 16 is a miss. And his second attack is a miss. Norin.
Alright, let's step to here. And the first attack will be at the Yak Folk.
Oh yeah, it will be.
Alright, we've got advantage, and that's a hit. Alright, you jam all 3 points of the trident into the Yak Folk.
I'm going to put my unwavering mark on it. And then I'll swing at the possessed dwarf.
That's a hit. You catch him with one of the points of the trident.
Alright,
You gonna mark him?
Yep.
He's marked as well. And as you're doing that, this dwarf grabs you, Norin, and says, "Oh, please, tell Van to help us."
He does not listen to me.
Cleric! Is there a cleric? Call a cleric! Thomas.
I am but a fighter, I'm sorry.
Embrace death.
Does he not realize I'm on 0? Surely I'm worthy of his healing.
It's wrong.
I'm gonna see what Dan's doing, so Ren's doing, so I'm gonna I'm just gonna open my mouth and spit acid at these two guys.
Gross.
Alright. The warrior, Yakfolk warrior, is hit. And the knight, not very agile, burns through his beard. And he screams in agony.
Not my beard.
And what's this back here? Is this a
Throne. Stone throne.
oh?
The king just shakes. He just sees you looking at it and he shakes his head at you. Does not look impressed. Like,
Oh yeah, well I misty step to it. Don't quite have enough movement to sit in it to piss him off.
Wow, after everything these dwarves have done for you
But the
guys.
threat stands.
Well, these dwarves haven't done anything for us. The other guys have.
All dwarves are the same. Jarek, you're up.
Oh, so
I've been
racist.
saying that for weeks.
Excellent. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Am I able to see up in this area?
Yeah, it's a 5-foot elevation up there.
Okay.
You can
Nice.
see over there.
All right. I guess I'm going to misty step up to there. Let me get back to my character sheet.
Alright, you escape the elemental again.
I'm getting lucky. And then I can move 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Pro kiting going on.
All right, and then from there I will shoot at this dwarf right here on the left-hand side of Rend.
You got advantage. Crit.
Not much of a crit roll, but that's all right. I'm going to push him back 10 feet.
Alright, hits him straight in his breastplate. Slides him back.
Right.
Hey, do I
let's-
get an attack of opportunity for that?
No, you don't, because he didn't move on his own.
Not from being
Sorry.
pushed. And another hit.
All right, let's push him back another 10.
Alright, just thumps him in his armor, whoosh, slides him along the ground some more.
And I am done.
Lily.
Okay, let's see. I think I'm just gonna try to poke this guy here.
Now he's looking pretty hurt. That's a hit. You catch him with the rapier, and you hit him again. You sink the rapier into him again. Pull the rapier out. Streams of blood spew out everywhere, and he's still standing. This elemental is just going to chase you down, Jerry. It's just gonna leap up over here and take the dash action. This knight's going to attack you, Roderick. He swings with his warhammer. Miss. And again at you, Roderick. And he hits you for 6 bludgeoning. Cleric. I need a cleric. I need a grave cleric.
I don't speak Dwarven, sorry.
He speaks that in common. Alright, this yak folk,
I only speak Elvish.
he's going to return the attack at you, Norin, with his greatsword.
Okay.
And he hits for 8 slashing. Actually also got that bless. He attacks again, and whoosh, hits for another 9.
Sometimes I wonder why I have an AC of 20. It's like it doesn't matter.
This knight is going to attack Than. And
That will be a disadvantage, though.
alright. It's 10 bludgeoning damage for you, Than. And he's actually going to step like this. He's going to push forward like this. Provoke from... Actually, I guess he'll just go like this. Provoke from Norin and Than. He's going to try and get into this leadership blessing, this pep talk. It's a miss from Than and a hit from Norin, so I guess he doesn't go anywhere. You stab him in the leg, kind of jam it to the ground, and he just turns around and he swings that warhammer at you, Norin, and he misses. That's his turn done. Roderick.
Alright. I'm gonna beat up this yak folk. Hopefully. Killing cows.
That is a hit, and you just jam it straight into his back. Something breaks and he falls down the stairs, rolling down, dead.
Into his
So
what?
switch to this dwarf and like snap out of it.
That's a
Doesn't
miss.
snap him out. But I'll cast a granite on this guy over here.
Thank you, brother. I don't know what had come over me. I was just taking a nap, and all of a sudden I lost myself. Protect the king! Stand and fight! And he joins you guys, fight on your side. You know, the king's just given up, and he just calmly sits down, and he's just like watching you guys now. Starts clapping.
Good job.
So now that he's awake, I'll ask him if it's a magical possession that he was under.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna try casting Dispel Magic on this dwarf to see if
It would be
release-
so dispel magic is to stop spells. So it's not a spell.
Oh, okay.
But,
I thought it was you can
Dispel
do a
evil
magic-
and good would work.
Oh, okay. Is that a different spell?
Yes.
Okay.
You'd want dispel evil and good. That's the dispel evil and good ends possessions and stuff like that.
So there's a fist to the face, maybe.
Yeah, when they're unconscious as well, they seem to have the the Yakfolk spirit forced out of them.
All right. So I will use my action to put Path to the Grave on this guy here, and my bonus action to put the help action on him.
Okay.
All right. Going to reckless attack that dwarf again.
That's a hit. Alright, you want to knock him out or
Yeah, I mean, if we can keep from killing him, that
okay.
seems to be.
Alright, yeah, you hit him with the pommel, you just smack him over the face. And his eyes glow blue, and this blue smoke leaves his mouth. And that blue smoke coalesces into a Yakfolk. Now, when the Yakfolk emerges, it actually emerges on the ground prone, and it seems to be kind of in some sort of stunned state. Momentary lapse of stun.
Then that's a great weapon master attack right there. Reckless.
And that's a hit.
Reckless.
He just... He's at your mercy, and you
It's already reckless.
just drive the flame tongue straight into him, and he's looking injured. He's just kind of twitching on the ground a little bit. Still not fully formed, basically.
Alright, and then my final attack, we'll do that one more time.
And that's another hit.
Come on, come on. There we
And you just impale him straight through the chest, killing the Yakfolk before he even fully formed.
go. And then I'm going to move.
Are you gonna call out and tell us to crack them open first?
I'm gonna move right here, so that way that dwarf can't throw me into the pit like he tried that one time. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, this guy is just unconscious. And he was the one giving out the inspiring leadership. So that all goes away. This knight's just going to run at you, Ren, and he attacks with his warhammer. He misses. He swings again. And he crits you for 4 bludgeoning. Just thumps that warhammer on your chest and basically bounces off. You barely feel it. A small bruise. Norin.
Alright, let's attack this guy. Oh, I think something might be going on with my...
Non-lethal fireball.
Can you do that non-lethal?
That's a hit. And did you want to knock him out as well?
Yeah.
Alright, the same thing happens. You hit him with the flat of the blade. You ignore the devil whispering in your ear. And
You just killed the good dwarf.
this...
He was on our side.
I was...
You just killed the good dwarf.
I can't... My Roll20 is like lagging up.
Sure!
that's what
That's
they
a
all
good
say.
excuse.
That's what all evil
Oh
characters
yeah, you're supposed to be hitting this guy, I presume.
Well, yeah, I was hitting the guy that Than marked.
Okay, actually, yeah. That was... Yeah. Alright, that
Why
hits
is
him
this guy good?
for 20.
Yeah, my Roll20.
He'd already released the spirit of the Yakfolk. So, yeah, this guy's
I'm
fighting
reloading
on
my
your side.
page right now, but it's taking a long
It's
time.
too
to
late,
load, so
Naren.
just
You turn chaotic evil. You're now chaotic evil.
I'm gonna have to kill you now, Norin.
Your antlers fall off.
I'll make this guy
They
like...
disintegrate off your head.
You start transforming into a malformed creature.
no, fuck that. If I start turning into a mushroom
He's
this
friendly.
campaign, if I
Your
turn into a
antlers.
mushroom this campaign, I'm gonna roll a new character.
You now have devil horns instead.
It's it's still loading. I'm gonna.
You hit him good, and yeah, he's... One more good hit like that, and he's probably going to be knocked out.
Let me see if it's loaded. My character sheet is still not loaded. If you could make an attack for me.
Okay, so tried an attack. I'll roll it. And 23. It's a hit. And you hit him for 10 piercing. It's not enough to knock him out, but very close. And did you want to do your mark?
Yeah, I'll unwavering mark on them,
Okay.
remark them, and then just stay right where I'm at.
Okay. There's a few dwarves left. Thomas.
Okay. So I guess my non-lethal fireball idea won't work.
Maybe.
Non-lethal lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Technically, if they don't die, it's non-lethal.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. You know what? I'll That's a disadvantage. I don't want to do that. Yeah, this guy's not gonna die if I hit him. So I'll shoot a fire bolt.
Which one? This guy? That
Yeah,
slams
by
into
rock.
him, and you just wear him down some more.
Continue fleeing the darkness.
Jarek.
Okay, just making sure you can hear me.
Yeah.
Awesome. This guy just won't get off me, so I'm going to bring him into the party. All right, Ren, so I'm going to bring him towards you.
All right.
All right. First thing I'm going to do, though, is he has earned this Hexblade curse, so I'm going to put that on him.
Okay. He
didn't want
wears it like a medal. Like the curse
Does.
appears on him. He's like, oh. Shaves
Excellent.
it off a bit.
So run
Nice.
past me and kill that dwarf in front of me, and then I'll take care of the elemental.
All right. So I'm not going to disengage. I'm just going to run that way.
Elemental, when you leave its reach, it's gonna use one of its stony arms to attack you. And it
Yeah.
falls short.
Okay. I can move there, or I can just continue to keep running. Let it come up on you, if that's all right.
I don't want to be in the dark if
No,
possible.
no, no. I'm going to keep on going.
Okay.
You're running towards Thomas? Ballsy. Oh, it's like a moth running to a flame.
I know, all right? All right. And then I believe that's all I'm going to do. Thing. As far as bonus actions go, I did use a bonus action, so I am done. End of turn on that one.
Lily.
Alright, I want to see what in the world he's running from. I want to come up here. And I think I'm going to try to Ding Dong Doom the...
Alright, big crack breaks through the elemental as that Dolores bell sounds. And it's crumbling apart. It's looking kind of destroyed. The elemental is going to change its course. And it's going to just jump off the edge here and jump down here. As it jumps down, it's going to go fist first at Norin. And a stony fist hits the ground. And then it swings at Roderick with a backhand, stony arm, knocks you up against the granite pillar for 16 bludgeoning damage. You felt like that granite wasn't very healy when it slammed you against it, Roderick. Kind of hurt.
Slam your face into it?
Yeah, didn't heal you this time. Alright, meanwhile, this knight is going to... He's going to attack you as well, Roderick. He uses his warhammer. He hits you for 6 bludgeoning. And he misses with a second attack. Alright, this knight is going to just try and incapacitate his brother.
Put him in a sleeper.
Ah! Snap out of it! It's a miss and a miss. And he's going to attack back at that knight. And
Oh shit.
hit him over the head and knock him on.
Does that count? Are we accessory to that death?
Yep.
Only Than is. And then he turns around and attacks Than. And he misses.
Oh.
Would have been disadvantage.
That would have actually... Yeah, it would have been disadvantage. He would have missed.
Okay. Alright, both attacks miss. Dan can sleep at night.
Oh, I was sleeping like a dove every night.
Roderick.
How well do doves?
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
Yeah.
Very frightened. They don't.
Alright,
I'm an elf,
Roderick.
I don't sleep.
He wakes up another one of his kin.
Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to try to get some granite.
Alright, that hits. You break off a big chunk. Oh, sorry, 16 is a miss. Yeah, these guys are tough.
Yeah.
Both attacks miss. The quarterstaff bounces off. The king just smiles at you, Roderick, and he gives you a double thumbs up. And then
I liked it better when the king was inside the darkness.
starts pointing at the other dwarves, and he points at this guy and he does a fist into his open palm gesture, he wants you to knock him out.
Oh yeah.
Not very he does not display the characteristics of a typical king. Than.
I'm gonna banish the elemental.
Okay, send it back to whence it came. And it's very easy to banish this elemental.
I don't know what Jarek was freaking out about all this time.
16.
Oh, that saves actually.
Alright,
Now
it
you do know.
just
No, I do know.
manages to hold on. You almost banish it, but then
3 casters to banish.
some sort of willpower keeps it here.
Yep, TC 16. Alright, and I will bonus action put the help action on this dwarf here.
Rand.
Gonna reckless attack this guy and try not to kill him.
That's a hit. And you just face check him with the pommel. He hits the ground. The blue mist comes out of his mouth and coalesces into a stunned yak folk right next to you.
Yeah, he's really gonna be stunned now. That's a great weapon master attack.
And that's a hit. 11 hits.
Sweet.
And they got really shitty armor.
Yeah, they do. I love these guys.
And you just drive the flame tongue into him. He just is twitching on the ground.
My last one.
And that is a
God.
miss.
Alright.
You get a bit carried away there, Ren.
I did. I was so excited.
Alright, this dwarf jumps to his feet. He quickly grabbed his warhammer. For the king! And he runs over. And he starts trying to whack this yak folk. He smacks him over the face. Blood spits up. And then smacks him again. Straight in the chest. You hear bones breaking and the yak folk's almost dead. This guy is just unconscious. Norin.
Alright, we'll try to knock this guy out first.
And it's a hit.
Is
And
it
you,
because of the help action, Seb?
I actually
Will I ever know?
just
Will I ever know?
temporarily lowered its AC, so it's a hit with a 19. Alright, you knocked that dwarf out, and
I'll knock the dwarf out.
Just
yak
fucking
folks
say it.
spirit.
This one is stunned, so I don't know how long it's going to be stunned for, but I'm gonna ignore it for the moment.
It doesn't look like it's very long. It looks like it's starting to already kind of bring itself to its feet.
I'm still gonna ignore it for the moment. I'm gonna go for the elemental instead.
That's a hit.
And I'll put my mark on the elemental.
Okay. The trident slams into it. More rock is broken off. It's more than halfway destroyed.
Alright, but I will stay right there.
Thomas.
All right. And that gives me a straight diagonal through a door for now.
Yep, that is lined up perfectly. It knocks the dwarf clean off his feet. He hits the ground, and a Yakfolk warrior spirit emerges. And then the elemental. A massive chunk of rock is sundered off of the elemental. It's almost destroyed. Roll on the wild magic surge table.
There it is.
Oh,
Forgot
shit.
about my surges tonight. Ooh.
Alright.
Get your glow
And they-
sticks out.
I think my hair grew back, but I'm pretty sure that I'm still blue until it gets dispelled.
Yeah. Alright, now you're surrounded by some faint ethereal music. Katy Perry starts playing around Thomas.
Ethereal, damn it. I feel like a god.
Ethereal Perry. Jarek.
I should be able to get to there, right?
Yeah. Yep, just a short jump down, hop, skip, and a jump.
Excellent. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit that elemental.
Alright, it'd be a regular attack. That is a hit.
And can you add 4 to that as well? Because he has my Hexblade curse on it.
Yep. Alright, that's a direct hit straight in its chest, and it starts to break apart. Another hit.
And also add 4 to that.
Alright, that's enough to cause the elemental to just shatter into myriad pieces. Large and small rocks break, mixing with dust and dirt all over the ground. And a couple of gemstones, actually some lapis lazuli gemstones, are in amongst its rubble.
Awesome. Okay. And I'll be done.
Lily.
Okay. I have any line of sight on him? I mean,
Yeah.
I can see him, but I don't think. Through the
From where you
darkness.
are, I mean, he does not have total cover.
So I'd be able to cast a spell on him.
Yeah.
I'd like to ding dong doom him.
Alright, oh well, there's darkness. That's
That's why I was asking.
that's different than total
Okay,
cover. Two different things. You can't see him, no.
Just I'll hit one of the other guys that I can't see then.
Okay. Which one?
Let's get Thons and Norns.
It screeches at the sound of that bell. Alright, this knight is actually unconscious and dying, and that Yakfolk warrior is no longer stunned. Alright, this one is going to attack the stunned Yakfolk next to him. He draws his warhammer and starts beating the living daylights out of him. And this guy is also He's unconscious. Norin just knocked him out. But the Yakfolk warrior is no longer stunned. Roderick.
Right. Similar things to before. Step up. Some hits.
That's a hit. And that's a hit. You just start beating him up and he's looking hurt.
And then a healing word.
He's actually prone too. These guys are prone still. Alright, you awaken another dwarf and they call to arms, grab their warhammers and they're ready to jump into the fray. The king gives you another thumbs up and then he points to the yak folk and then he does like a pummel gesture.
It's an ass.
Dan.
I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch, I believe. I think I'll do that.
Okay.
This thing's prone, so I get
You have advantage, yeah.
advantage, right?
Yep. So your hand just turns into like this red glowing blood colored aura. That's a hit. And these thin red tendrils of energy swell up from the yak folk to heal you on impact.
All right, and bonus action, can I stabilize this guy with Spare the Dying?
Sure.
All right.
He's already stable, so no need to do that. He's unconscious, so stable.
I kick him first, and then I stabilize him.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking. I'll put the help action on this prone one here, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, 1 second. For some reason, I fucked up.
Rand.
Alright. Great Weapon Master and Reckless, the yak dude. Oh my god.
Getting a bit too reckless.
I guess so.
And that
There
hits.
we go.
Finally. You
Yeah,
finish him off.
Lucky yak.
Just sear the blade into the yak folk.
And is this dwarf down here still hostile, or the one below me?
No, the yellow ones are
Oh, okay.
good guys.
That's what I thought.
Think we
Let's
got all
see.
the dwarves?
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I can make it to that other yak dude. And Great Weapon Master him.
That's a hit. And you almost kill him with that attack. Alright, this dwarf's gonna take the dash action. He's just gonna run in. Gah! This guy's snoozing. Norin.
Going after this one.
Right, you have advantage because of being prone. That's a hit. And it's not quite enough to kill him. Very close. And then you drive the trident into him one more time, killing the yak folk.
And again, I'm just gonna stay there.
Thomas.
All right. Now there's only one way to be sure. I'll shoot a firebolt. Bolt.
Okay. And it is a hit, which slams into the yak folk's side.
I think they hit Norin behind it.
And then the yak folk catches on fire. And you look around and there are no more hostiles in the vicinity.
I'll start casting
So-
prayer healing for whoever wants it. Come close.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask that. So what about this guy? Is this guy still possessed? Should I crush him in that ball?
He was never possessed. He was just running. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of a pussy for a dwarf, though.
Yeah, he did try to tell them to stand down, the treacherous knights, but they ignored his commands, and then as combat ensued, he just tried to withdraw.
What about the elders and stuff? Can we try to save them, or are they just dead?
They're already gone, and some reinforcements do arrive shortly after this battle. Some more of these elite guards. We're here.
A little late.
Slow ass stumpy legs.
Yeah, 6 of them arrive, and that's it. It's like probably the last of the actual guards that are left in the entire vicinity. All right, let's take a 10-minute break now, and then we'll see what the development is with this when we get back. I'll see you guys soon.
That was an interesting battle. I was a little worried there for a few.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm going to restart my computer, see if I can get my monitors to actually connect. Be right back.
you guys doing?
Alive.
Very good.
Alright, so shortly after these Yak folk are defeated, some reinforcements arrive, and two of these dwarf guards, they run up to the king. The king! And they run up to him, and he just has his arms crossed and he's looking at you, Lily.
Oh, is it time to let him out? He's not gonna fall if I end this spell, right?
He would. And then he does point to the dwarves and points to the throne, and one of the dwarves go up and tap something on the throne, and suddenly the chains start moving and a stone platform raises a few minutes later. And now the dwarf gives you a thumbs up, Lily.
Okay, we'll drop it now.
Alright, the platform is right underneath him. Gah! By Moradin's word! Huh. That was one hell of a fight. Me men, what had come over them? What is the meaning of this? King Harnoth. We don't know. We was being possessed. We was talking in strange tongues. But we was aware of what was happening, but unable to control our souls. Adventurers, have you encountered such strange creatures before? There seemed to be a targeted attack.
Hey, Seb, I got a question, real quick. So during this whole time, was there none of these dwarves, or any of them, did they not go after the king, like in a hostile?
All
like,
knights, all the knights of the Mithril Shield, they were all possessed. The guards, they were trying to defend him.
I understand that. So, but my question is coming more. I'm now suspicious of the king, so I'm just trying to think back on the battle.
Oh, they tried to get to the king.
Actual king,
They were trying to get to him.
but no one actually attacked him or tried to do anything.
Well, I mean, they did, but because of the wall of force.
Yeah.
Nothing.
He was
And
surrounded by
I
the wall
intercepted
before.
two of them. Yeah, I intercepted two of them that were headed that way.
Oh, they were definitely going. They were definitely going for him.
Okay, no, thanks. No insight check necessary.
I think he's just a coward.
My poor advisors. I'll have to replace them. And my guards. Useless they are. But don't worry. You have done good. I particularly like that handiwork that you did there, me dwarven brother. He looks at you, Roderick.
Of course.
I should definitely be getting you something from the treasury.
Is he talking?
That would be most appreciated.
Perhaps I could join you. Haha. We could adventure together. And one of the dwarves guards say, excuse me, King. I know you don't have your advisors, but I don't think that would be a good idea. You've got the kingdom to rule here, remember? Oh yeah, that's right. Anyway,
Switch places.
so them beasties, you'd come across them before, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mind control's new, though.
I'll have me maester look into what these beasties are capable of. We can't let any gaps in Citadel Adbar's defenses show vulnerabilities again. Yeah, it is. It's still there.
So if it were to be lit again, there could be.
Whoa, don't go lighting nothing. Listen, pals, you've done a good job here. And I didn't ask anything more of you. We'll clean up here. We'll get you some nice, comfy stone beds to rest your heads on.
Ah, excellent. I've been having to sleep on feathers recently. There were these, tall folk. Can't get a proper in.
Alright, when, if you, bring out your familiar, Jarek, it will alarm. If it is invisible, it will alarm these knights, definitely. Unless you want it to try and remain concealed with a stealth check. Because, they're on edge at the moment. You don't bring it out?
Round 2, fight.
Well, it normally is out during fight, but I wasn't here when you brought everybody over, so.
Okay.
But
Alright. He'd be in his pocket dimension then. Alright, so, the king, reassures you that he'll take care of everything here. So that balloon, I've had some of my men take a look at it and they can definitely repair it. We've got some white dragon hide left over from the Battle of the Silver Marches, in which I bravely fought and survived. Yep. That was a tough fight, surviving that. Anyway, it'll be a lot tougher than the dragon hide that originally was crafted from. If you ever come across another dragon, be sure to get its hide and bring it back here. We'll reinforce your balloon even more. And
Excellent.
I'd very much appreciate it if you stay in Citadel Adbar for the 5 days needed to repair and make the balloon. I'll arrange a suitable reward for you. And get my jeweler to make these fine adventurers mithril medals! I want them shaped like shields! And bring me my pen and paper! I'm gonna write them a letter of recommendation.
I'll heal the wounded, I tell the king.
Ah, yeah, good job. Forgot about that. Heal them up, get them all not dead. We wouldn't have to replace them too. We've done enough replacing around here.
I'll start slapping some heals.
What was my second wind as well?
You can't just replace some positions though, like a king.
Disguise self. Turn into the king. No.
Alright, so you guys are taken to another area of Citadel Adbar. You go through the main entrance hall and you go through a series of chambers. It's very much just a fortification, and you're taken to some stone bunks, literally just like a stone slab in the shape about the same space as a bed built into a stone wall. And for you, Roderick, it's just like so comfortable, but everyone else you're probably going to be asking for like pillows and a blanket or something, which they'll bring you.
Norm probably has to sleep on the floor.
Because
Fit, yeah.
your antlers.
It's too big.
I just don't. I don't fit at all.
Gotta push two beds together, you'll be fine.
Yeah, some of you will probably just be laying out your bed rolls. The beds are only like 5 foot wide, and yeah, Norin's antlers are permanent as well. So even if it was bigger,
I can't take my helm off. So
They're actually your antlers. They grew through their helmet, so now it's stuck on.
all right. So yeah, you guys spend about 5 days at Citadel Adbar, so you guys can all fully rest up, and you'll be expected to just meet with the king one more time before leaving to collect a reward. If you guys wanted to do anything during those 5 days, let me know.
Yes, I would like to go buy some javelins if there are any for sale around.
They will just give you some. They have an armory. They don't really sell weapons here,
Okay.
but
How
they do
many are
give
they
you
willing to
some.
give me?
5.
I'll take them.
Yeah, they've got a ton of weapons and not enough people to use them. If you press them, you feel like you probably get more.
I'm not going to press the issue.
Alright, yeah, 5 javelins.
I haven't really been tracking arrows.
They'll
Should
top
I-
up all your ammunition.
Yeah.
No problem. They'll just sharpen your weapons and hammer out any dents from your armor as well.
Sharpen my staff.
Yeah,
Nice.
and now it's a spear. That is called a spear.
And
Alright.
and Norn stole it while you were sleeping.
And yeah, they polish Norin's antlers as well. Alright, during the time, these 5 days, Jarek, you receive a telepathic message from your Harper contact, Maester Crowan, from the Moongleam Tower in Everlond. And it's just a phrase that you can reply to in a like manner. It just appears in your mind during these days. And it just says this. Jarek, how goes it? If you're receiving this message, it means you're still alive. I have some news on the possible whereabouts of another hill giant lord. I urge you to meet with me at the Moongleam Tower in Everlund. And that's it. You can respond in a like manner. Do you respond?
I am. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. Yeah. I will let him know. It goes well. You were right. They needed a lot of help. Thank goodness I'm here. We will meet you there as soon as we can leave here.
All right.
Moongleam, did you say? Right?
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
Maid's Tower in Everlund. That's where the Harper hideout is. The party have been here, there before too. That's where you were teleported from originally.
We have horses there.
There's
Oh yeah, we do.
probably horses there.
We can take him on the flying ship.
Can't. Too fat.
We could get the Norn instead.
I'd rather take the horses over
He's
that
like-
stupid ship. I hate that ship.
All right. So you guys spend 5 days here. Did anyone want to do anything in particular during these 5 days? Anyone else? Got
Is there
anything?
anything? What sort of things are available here?
Not much. It's a garrison.
Dwarven massage.
I mean, you could try and. if you want to try and buy a magic item, you could see if one of the dwarves could organize that for you. And anything else with a week of downtime that you could imagine, basically.
I want to see if I can find goggles of the night.
Yeah, you could. They'd probably be pretty common among dwarven prospectors and that. And yeah, you guys are actually kind of regarded heroes. So you speak to some of the miners, Rend, and they will try. They'll see what they can do. You can make a persuasion check and spend 100 gold pieces to try and find those.
Does the party have a +1 weapon nobody's using it?
Oh,
Plus
and-
one bow.
And actually,
I forgot to give you guys those gemstones as well. That's what came out of the Earth Elemental. 750 GP of lapis lazuli, blue gemstone. All right, Rend. They are able to hook you up with goggles of the night
sweet.
for 200 gold pieces. So it's a total of 300.
All right. Let me make a note of that.
Who's doing the party loot?
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And there was one other thing. This is really for Norin. We had talked about it a couple weeks ago, because you had mentioned we could have a weapon remade into something else, and we were talking about getting the Giant Slayer remade into a one-handed longsword for him.
Yeah, you can tweak magic items.
I mean, that's if Norin wants to do
Yeah,
that.
like a one-handed weapon.
That would be
It doesn't necessarily have to be a long sword, but
10 weeks. That would take 10 weeks.
well,
Okay.
never mind.
You
Well, they
guys
can come back here. They could just.
You guys could spend 5 weeks now. Everyone could spend a week working on it, provided you're able to contribute somehow. And then next time, if you get downtime, you could do it again. Or yeah, you could try and get the dwarves to do that, but that would pretty much be the same as buying a magic item. You'd have to try and persuade them, and that would take them the same amount of time because it's rare.
I'm not too fussed about that. I mean, I don't think it's that big a deal.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
What do +1 weapons cost if you just wanted to buy one?
Between 200 to 700 gold pieces.
I have a +1 lance you can use if you want. That I'm never gonna use.
I'd love to, except that I have the exact same problem in that I have to spend the 10 weeks changing it into a...
Do the dwarves have a any armor or any +1 half plate?
They're trying to he's trying to organize you guys rare items each for when you clear out Iron Slag, hopefully, but he's pretty much spent all his time doing that. But yeah, they don't have any. He did say he's got a reward for you, but yeah, they don't have any magic items to give you guys. No.
Not to give us, to buy.
Oh well, then yeah, you can use a week of downtime to search. That would be possible to search for. They could try and get you some. Costs 100 gold pieces to search. And I think it's rare, maybe. +1 armor.
Oh, is that rare? Is it rare? Okay.
It is.
All right, never mind then.
if nobody minds, I'll try to search for another.
It's just more expensive.
More expensive, so it's more than 100 gold.
It can be between 2,000 to 20,000.
For the cost of that armor?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. 2,000 to 20,000. That's quite the.
It could be up to 20,000.
Better be fucking telepathic.
It's rare.
All right.
Okay.
Interesting question. Were
Lily,
the shields?
you want to search?
What was that about?
He's not giving you shields. He's giving you badges, mithril badges, in the shape of a shield.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take a shot at trying to find a +1 rapier.
Okay. How much do you want to spend? It's 100 gold pieces to start. For every 100 you spend more, you get a +1 bonus on the persuasion check needed.
You know what? I'll just not spend anything. It's not a huge deal if I don't get it. I'll just try.
Okay. Alright, so it's 100 to look, make a persuasion check. And... Alright, there's a complication. Let me just see. I'll get back to you in just a second, Lily.
Sure.
Did anyone else want to spend a week of downtime for something?
Yeah, I just typed it to you.
Oh, can you just, I'm sorry, I'm not looking in the chat.
Sorry, cloak of protection.
Okay. How much do you want to spend?
I'll spend the $100 100 gold pieces to search for it.
Okay. Yeah, they could get a cloak of protection. You can make a persuasion check. So far, minus 200 from the party loot.
Yep.
Alright, they can get you the Cloak of Protection for 300 gold pieces. I'll presume that is sold.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you.
ahead and snag that.
Alright, Lily, roll me a 1d12. Okay, let me just get that Cloak of Protection. Alright, yeah, there is a problem with the transaction with your rapier, Lily. I'll be within just 2 seconds. Just sorting out a couple of things. So, alright, Jarek, you can be attuned to that cloak.
I shall do so then.
And Lily. You get the rapier, and there's actually a they tell you this. They say they can get it for you. It will cost you 600, but there is a problem. There is a reason why no one wants this rapier. They say that it speaks, and they believe there is a demon trapped within the rapier. It is sentient.
Yes.
I think there is a demon trapped within it, and so when you have a sentient item, it means that it could potentially take over you.
Devour your soul.
It could make demands. It could also shut all its power off to you if it wishes to. If you go against its goals.
You could multi-class into Hexblade.
So they give you. It's got a warning label attached to this rapier. I mean, you could try to release the demon or something like that. Or, I mean,
I don't know. That's kind of up to the party. I mean, I wasn't super set on getting this weapon, so I don't know if they want to deal with that kind of complication.
Sounds like it's cursed.
Nah, it sounds fine.
Yeah, you never know.
I've heard stories about things going wrong.
It could be a good talking thing in it.
Exactly.
Well, if it came with a warning, I'm assuming it's not
But these are dwarves. How much common sense do they really have?
a lot.
They
Yeah.
got plenty,
Very much so.
but-
Like a lot.
I think it's like how much common sense do we have, not how much they have.
Yeah, you're an elf. You should be fine with it.
How do you figure?
That's what elves do. Meddle with weird magic stuff.
On the
You at least
dwarf
talk
would
to
think
it
an elf
first.
personality with it.
See what it says.
It's a very dwarf thing to say.
But we'd have to buy it first. Talk to it,
Oh.
right? And then
It's not wrong
Carry it
though,
around.
is it?
what?
It's
What
not
if
wrong
it's
though.
what if
it
it tells you to?
will require attunement because it is
Oh, bugger.
got a
That's
sentient.
half the reason I wanted it, is
being.
because standard +1 isn't attunable.
Walk away.
Well, if you don't want it, then
Yeah,
I
I
would
can buy
take
it for one of you if one of you guys want it.
yeah, I
Yeah,
would
it
take
seems
it.
like perfect for Jarek.
All right,
He seems to be into
a
that
gift
kind
from
of thing.
a gift from me to Jarek.
And you know what? And in fact, I'm so excited about it. Because Lily, you and I were talking before. Is that correct?
Yeah, but
All right.
Yeah. So I'm
600
going to go
gold.
ahead and let Lily have that the other thing. What is that? The ingot of the Skuldrune.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Ingot goes to Lily. Oh, Lily, you've got 3 items attuned already.
do I?
You do. Pearl of Power, Gavel of the Ven Rune, Cloak of Protection.
I'll drop the gavel then.
All right. Gavel's up for Gavs. Does anyone want to Gav it?
I might as well attune to it if nobody else wants to.
Are you going to take the rapier, or are you going to unattune? You'll have 3 attunements too.
I will.
What do I have?
The gavel is
mine is-
also a warhammer.
Then no.
Axe
I
of
will
the
not
Wild.
attune to it. Sorry.
Is it? It's not a +1 though, right? It's just a regular warhammer.
Yeah, it's just a regular warhammer, and then it gives you a disadvantage on attacks until you've
On the
had your
first round.
first turn, and then yeah, you can tell if someone's lying.
It's great if you roll low on initiative a lot.
I'll take that if nobody else wants it.
Yeah, go for it.
Because Norn is slow.
Yeah,
I'm literally
definitely a bit of
wearing it
a.
because nobody wanted it the first time around.
It is a bit of a sentinel kind of item. So, all right, goes to Norin. Okay, okay. So, I'm gonna work out the details of that rapier. So I'll do that like for next session.
Yeah, not worse.
All right, I'll have to
Are you
figure out
excited about your new sword?
the creature's goals. I'll probably just randomly roll it from a table in the DMG. All right, and then yeah, that'll turn into some fun RP, I'm sure. And okay, so Lily's used a week, Ren's used a week, and Jarek used a week.
That is correct.
Thomas, Than, Roderick, Norin, you've got 5 days.
I'll carve a statue in commemoration of our saving the king.
I thought you were gonna plant another bean.
I did consider it, but that only takes 1 minute, and it could go
you
wrong.
carve this statue of like Roderick, and he's like 6 foot tall. He's like bare chested. He's like super lean and muscly, and he's like got 2 yak folk in his hands, like by the neck, and the rest of the party are like praising Roderick. They're kind of down on their knees, like rubbing their hands against him. Accurate depiction.
Like, probably looks more like something that Ren would have done. But
yeah, you took
like
Ren's
face
body
off
and
it.
you put your head on it.
yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if you guys want to craft some spell components, you could do that too. If you think of anything, something you need.
Seb, is a +1 shield rare as well, or
That is
it?
only uncommon. +1 shield.
I would like to look for a +1 shield.
All right, go for it. Spending 100.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste
spend
money.
more.
I don't think-
Well, we got loads of money.
Well,
How
I'm
much?
saying I'm not sure how well I'm gonna roll on this persuasion anyway.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, you can't even get out of the room, nor your antlers get stuck on the door for like the entire
Fucking
5
antlers.
days. You have to wait for him to like chisel out like a larger doorway. It's like if you
Sometimes
built
I
a piece of furniture inside the house, you can't remove it. Like,
Sometimes I regret choosing that particular character art, but you know I still like it though.
you've had worse, let's be honest.
I have.
Right, yeah, no luck, Norin. You try to talk to the guard, some of the guards and whatnot. They're all too busy to give you the time of day.
It's because I can't speak Dwarvish. They're all jealous because I'm over 7 foot tall.
And Thomas or Than, you guys want to
I'm good.
do anything? Okay, Thomas just chills out. Has some R&R.
I'll just probably get some incense if possible. Unless I already have some.
They don't have incense here.
Okay. Aside from that, I'll just if they have lots of wounded or dying, I'll just help with that for the week.
Okay.
What, help
Do
heal
you want to
them
do
or help
religious
finish them off?
religious
Just gotta help
services?
kill 'em. Sure, yeah.
All right, make either a religion check or a persuasion check. Then do some religious services for the week.
Persuasion or religion? I feel like religion is a better way to go.
All right, 12.
Become an evangelist.
I think you will get one divine favor with that. Let me double check. Religious services. Yeah, you earn 1 favor. So basically, Than, you go and do some services, and
Okay.
Was it, what's your deity? Kellenfor?
That's a good question.
The dove god.
Oh yeah, Narrowless Analor.
Alright, yeah, they take note of the favor. So this favor is a promise of future assistance from either the temple. You can choose it to have like any of the dwarven temples in the north. Basically, they might reduce the cost of a spell by 50%, or you could take the form of a deity's intervention, like an omen, a vision, a minor miracle.
Okay, I don't really know what that means, so...
A favor, an omen, a vision, or a minor miracle. So, like, let's say you're in the shit, and everyone around you is dying, and you realize that you shouldn't have waited until everyone's dead to heal. You could, like, pray to your god, and
He'll
maybe...
never realize that.
For
He'll
example,
never realize that.
Maybe they'll...
just a random example you're just giving, clearly, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, like, you could get, like, a free healing word or something like that.
Oh, okay, so that's something I carry with me?
Yeah, it's just a favor, and it doesn't need to be expended immediately. You can store them,
Okay.
and a number equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier.
Cool, so where do I put that? Just on my
Yeah, just
item list?
mark it as a resource. Divine favor. And if you happen to be in a situation where everyone around you is on the ground dying and unconscious, and you realize that you shouldn't have waited until everyone was on 0 hit points to
Yeah,
heal
you
them.
mentioned that already.
Oh yeah, sorry. Then you may want to use it. Okay, so you guys are back in the throne room. It's 5 days later. Everyone has back pain from trying to sleep on these shitty beds.
And
And
get a long rest though.
yep, you've taken 4 long rests.
Oh, I'm glad you said yes. I heard he like did that, and now I'm looking at like, uh-oh. How do I...
I'll give you guys long rest button. Where are we? Okay, long rest button's up if you guys want to use it. So when you guys return to the king, he's just got some guards around him, and the king just kind of looks down at you all and says, "Approach! No need for any formalities or bowing or none of that. You've done damn good. Now."
Then like hops on the chair with him.
I sit in his lap.
"We've got something for you." He does like a whistle. Tries to do a whistle. He can't whistle very well. And 2 dwarves from the end of the hall start running down. And 2 more from the north. They start running up. And 2 more from the south start running up. And the king stands up. He starts mooing. Just kidding you.
He's about to get
It's dangerous
thrown
game
down
play.
the shaft.
I rage.
Ren just like picks him up, throws him down the hole.
And the knights have got you guys a new balloon for the airship. This one is white, made from white dragon hide. It's reinforced.
Nice.
So its original AC was 11. It's now a 13. It's fully repaired. It's not actually blown up at the moment. You've got a new balloon for the airship.
Awesome.
And then the king clicks his fingers a few times in one of these dwarves' faces, like really close, and she doesn't seem to like that. "Hey, get him the medals!" he says. And one of the guards go around and hands you each a medal. A mithril medal shaped like a shield. It's only small. You could put it like a pin on your coat or your armor, your robe. And The medal gives you advantage on charisma checks made to influence shield dwarfs throughout the entire north. If you show that to a shield dwarf, then they will know you as a hero.
Well, that's not...
Cool.
And
That's what you needed before,
this!
Norin.
He gives you a letter of recommendation from not Tamerlane's. This is the same letter I keep giving you guys. Alright, this is not from Tamerlane's. This is from...
We never got back to her.
I've had this handout for months now. Alright, she's been eaten out of house and home by the horses that you left there. So it's a letter of recommendation from the king, King Harnoth. And it can grant you audience with other dwarven kings, such as King Bruno Battlehammer, which you already have an audience with anyway. But, I mean, it's a mark of prestige. So, that's not all. You there, my dwarven brother. That's a nice beard you've got.
Thank you. I grew it myself.
Bring me my belt. Kneel before me, brother.
I kneel.
And
Side eye.
I turned my eyes away.
he's handed a belt by one of the other guards, and he puts this belt on your head, Roderick, like a crown. And you're now dwarf head, he says, very awkwardly. And the guards are just scratching their head. Are you alright, King? Of course I'm alright. There you go. That was a belt that will make you a dwarf. That's your reward. And there'll be similar rewards for all of you if you can clear Iron Slag. That's for saving all of me dwarf brothers and sisters.
Nice.
And that's for you, Roderick, unless you wanted to give it to someone else. It's all yours.
Someone else wants to be a dwarf. Thing is, if Ren wears this, it'll look like the statue was of him. Isn't that amazing?
I think I actually don't
Whoever
want to
needs
touch
dark
that.
vision would be good to have this.
Yeah.
Actually, let's see. Gives me +2.
Norn?
Don't forget the beard rider.
Well, I mean, honestly, it does more for Rend because the Constitution will give him a +1 to his AC.
That's only if you're a dwarf.
No, it's
No, that's for anybody.
it's all of that. It's just also if you aren't a dwarf.
You become
Oh.
more dwarfish.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is.
Basically, he handed out a cursed belt.
He did hand it to you, though, Roderick, so it is yours.
Yeah.
And then he just says,
I will take.
it's a little bit of an advance payment for clearing out Iron Slag. Alright,
Thank you, kindly.
I'll organize an escort to get you back to your airship, so you can get rolling. Thank you all for your efforts here.
Thank Roderick.
From King Harnoth, survivor of the War of the Silver Marches, predecessor of his father, and brother of his brother. I thank you all. Dismissed! Class dismissed! He says.
Okay, bye.
Sure.
Okay, bye. Take the balloon
Thanks,
and
bye.
go.
And strangest dwarf king you guys have ever met.
Was he even
Have
a
you tried
dwarf?
dispelling the king?
No, you guys were all convinced he was genuine. I was trying.
Okay, you guys leave and you make your journey over to the crashed airship. You are actually escorted there by several dwarves, and you attach the balloon made of white dragon hide laced with mithril. It's a bit sturdier. It's not a massive improvement. It's an extra couple of AC, but it's fully
Really?
repaired now too.
It's
Shoot some
still
dragons.
it's still literally attacking the broadside of a barn.
Yeah. But it's still 2 AC.
So
I bet Don's excited about this.
maybe keep in mind that these manticores only attacked the balloon when there was no one else visible on deck to attack.
I really think we should only fly like 10 feet above the ground. So if we crash, we're okay.
It's a fair point.
Yeah, just high enough to clear horses and stuff that are on the road.
All right, so you guys get back to the airship, and you've got the two dragon cultists, Nizroth and Trout, waiting for you all, and you still got 6 shield dwarves waiting here to be a part of your crew. So with that, I'll just grab everyone's tokens and I'll move you over. They've managed to repair the airship with what supplies, ballast, wood, nails, whatever was on board. The superficial damage to the hull, it doesn't restore the hull's hit points, but superficial damage. The hull is, the gondola's at 171 out of 250 hit points, so you guys know. It looks not really too badly damaged. There's no real major parts of damage that you can see. Alright, with that, you guys are out in the open air, flying up 10 feet above ground.
Nice.
Alright, Jarek, so you see this...
That's a good safe distance. I like it.
You see this airship. There's a full description of all the different areas and stuff like that. But there's harpoon guns, and there's plenty of storage. There's rooms underneath, and yeah, there's enough. It's strong enough to carry all of you. This many crews, just doable.
That's pretty cool. So then we're headed to...
That is a good question.
Oh my god, I thought that was a moon next to us.
We're attacking Iron Slag from the skies, obviously.
Right. So we're going to Moongleam? Is that where we're supposed to go to
What
talk
about-
to Meister Crowan?
Yeah, everyone.
I'll go over to the map for you guys. Well, there's many options for you guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget about
Right.
old Tamerlane. She's still waiting
Sky's
here.
the limit.
Yeah. Actually, the sky's not limit. You could go up. Remember, I said you could go up further into space if you want. So, all right. I'll go through the quest. So, for like main plot points, obviously, Maester Crowan knows the location of another hill giant lord. That seems to become apparent now after destroying the giants at Grudhag. There is this Morax quest from ages ago. Ask you guys to just deliver the news of some death, basically. Harshnag's still waiting for you guys at the Eye of the Allfather. You had promised Blagothica's son to get revenge, Ergaron, to get revenge on him. And also, you just have to save Faerun as well. Nothing major.
Frost
Yeah, just say
Giants.
favor. No big deal.
So the Frost Giants are at port last.
Yep, that was sort of like a personal quest. You'd heard a rumor that some frost giants were there, and I think Lily kind of made a note of that.
Aren't we still looking for a hill giant that
Has
what
a
did he-
hat.
some pigs
right?
or something?
Wasn't there a hat, a hill giant?
Something with
Or
pigs.
was this?
Transforming.
Had a
Yeah,
headband and
that's
bandolier.
Maybe that's what this new Hill Giant Lord does.
Yeah, that's what triggered the memory of the hill giant.
We could
To the hill giant.
fly to Everlund and speak to Jarek's contact in the Moongleam Tower, which I guess would be our contact. Well, most of us is contact.
Yeah.
Norn's not a harper. And then, depending on where they say the hill giants are, we could hit something else on the way. But it just depends on where the hill giants end up being. Which I imagine is going to be somewhere in the somewhere in this, like, you know, that general area. I may be wrong though. Okay.
All right, let's go speak to the Harpers.
Yeah, fly to
Yeah,
Everland.
seems.
I didn't receive any messages from them personally,
Alright.
so
So the airship's going to take you about 100 miles a day. 2 days to get to
popping
Everland.
around.
And... oh, you crashed the airship already. Alright,
We run into a tree because we're not high enough.
the journey is mostly sound. You travel over the hills at Citadel, or the mountains at Citadel, Felbar, and you head over this massive ravine here of the Nether Mountains, Hawk's Nest. You see another dwarven settlement, Sunderbar, and you can see Everlund. And you're about you're pretty much due to get to Everlund the second night. When all of a sudden you spot something flying in the distance, and Trout yells out to you all. If you're not above the deck, he asks you to come to the top deck. My lords, dragon spotted. There is a dragon in the distance. It's closing in on you guys.
Oh, we need to land now.
It's about
Is it
a mile away.
is it the boss, the big boss dragon that we know?
It's not a red dragon. It's not even that big. And
Hey, maybe it's Cooper.
it's not Cooper. It's a silver dragon. She looks
that's fine,
very young.
Fantastic.
She's flitting among the clouds when she spots you all. You seem
Come
to
across the silver dragon.
I think that was a copper dragon in the hills.
Yeah.
We wasn't there a silver dragon that dropped some dwarfs off when we were at the Cloud Giant's castle? I might be thinking of something else.
Was that a silver dragon? Let me.
can't
I don't
remember.
think that is the same dragon.
Not the same dragon, but same type, right?
It.
Oh, we know silver dragons are typically good.
Right.
Yeah.
No, this dragon was much bigger. The one at the
Okay.
Zephyros Tower. This thing is small. Yeah, that one was a silver dragon. Right? Way bigger though.
Yeah, she was disguised as a female, right?
You're not really sure. I mean, it literally come and dropped off a heap of dwarves and ran off to spook the griffins atop the tower. It was a fully grown dragon. This one looks like a baby. And anyway, you've piqued its curiosity, and it's coming towards you guys. You feel like it probably wants to land on the ship.
I'll make
How much
a
do you weigh?
place for it.
Alright, it doesn't immediately land, but it does get close enough to speak to you all. And
Sure.
it
You have to go out.
just kind of smiles at you all. She's very small. It looks like just a step above a wormling.
Greetings.
Bright, shiny silver scales, and yeah, its scales like literally shimmering like as if it's like liquid, pure metal. And its face is given like a noble cast. Its eyes, and it has this sweeping beard like chin spikes, a spiny frill rising over its head, and yeah, it's got these like bright scales. Fresh dragon, and it speaks common. Greetings. Oh, a flying ship. Who would have thought? Can I land here? And it's just circling the ship.
You're more than welcome to.
Yeah, is there room right here?
I'm not that big, am I?
Of course not. Come, let's-
Please,
Like,
please join us for some wine.
She lands straight
Surprised
on
it
the
was a
ship.
fire giant.
We need to skin her alive.
And the dragon cultist,
Reinforce the balloon.
the dragon cultist kind of,
Eat her hide.
they almost like kind of bow to the dragon. Oh, I didn't realize I was so popular. People are bowing to me. Well, I guess I am a dragon. Why aren't you all bowing to me?
I'll bow.
Got a bad back.
Oh! Wow, you're the first humanoids I've ever spoken to. Wow, you're all interesting. You all look so different. And some of you have armor, some of you have shields. Oh my! What are you doing?
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. We're flying to an important meeting.
Oh? Really? Where? Can I come?
Would the
Can you-
Harpers be happy with a dragon?
Can you change your... We have to go into a city. A humanoid city.
Oh, a city. Oh, my father says I'm not allowed to go in cities. He said, well, I might stir some trouble.
Well, what's your name and who's your father?
Oh, my name is Delaney. My father, his name is Clarion.
Do we know Clarion?
No.
No.
Does your father know that you are out and about?
Oh, yes, he does. Well, he thinks I'm hunting. He told me to stay away from small folk, but you all seem so friendly and nice. He said that other dragons have been kidnapped. But you wouldn't kidnap me, would you?
Who's
It's
kidnapping?
very tempting.
Of
No,
course
of
not.
course not. We're good folk.
You guys are looking at that balloon and you're just like thinking, oh, definitely
I
use some
turned
more,
to the-
some more AC.
Totally checking. I'm
I
checking
turned
out
to
Quickly
her.
calculated it. She's not big enough.
Who's
see.
been kidnapping dragons?
Wait, I asked one of the dragon cultists if they've heard anything about that.
We're not sure. We must focus on our task. We must do what Cloth has told us. We're not...
Well, there's some funny business going on with the giants and dragons these days. So maybe the kidnappings have to do something with that.
Funny business.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh my...
They have a long line of
Hey.
enemies.
You've got a beard. You're a dwarf, aren't you? Is that you, Roderick?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my father works with the dwarves. He says he's friends with a dwarven queen.
Oh, which one?
Queen Dagnamit.
Ah. Have we met her?
What was that name again?
Oh,
Queen Dagnamit of Mithril Hall.
we probably met his father, Clarion. When I bet his father's the one that dropped off those dwarves at the cloud.
Is that
office cap.
Bruner's wife?
No, she took over recently from Bruno Battlehammer.
Right, because he went to Gauntlgrim.
Yeah.
I get so confused because there's like 4 or 5 different kings and queens for
Yeah,
the dwarves.
there's 5 different. There's Mithril Hall, Citadel, Felbar, Citadel, Adbar, and Sunderbar, and then probably some other ones.
Chocolate bar.
You're in dwarf.
Chocolate bar.
You're in dwarf territory.
We may run into the queen in our travels. We will for sure mention your father and yourself.
Do you fly around here often?
We,
We try to. We've
We do.
had
if we're allowed
problems with our
passage.
flying.
Oh, okay. That's a very shiny balloon. Is that dragon hide? Oh, it's a white dragon. They're so stupid. Father says we're far superior.
Thank
Well,
God.
he's correct.
Far superior.
That can confirm.
You could probably get some green dragon hide. There is a very evil green dragon named Axidiax. He flies around here too.
Axidiax?
Yes. I saw him and
Sounds like Rand.
he chased me and chased me and chased me, and he was going to catch me. He said he was going to melt me with his poison. But Father came and protected me and scared him off with a big breath. Yes, he froze the dragon, and the dragon had to fly away.
Norn immediately looks towards like all around, looking for a green dragon because making sure everyone's not sneaking
Yeah.
up on him.
Unfortunately, yeah, we're not quite ready to face a green dragon. But
What if we were together? Together we can
Perhaps.
beat him.
I'm sure, but we would probably not do well in the air with
Oh.
our airship against a dragon.
Also, we don't want to anger his parents.
But I've got
taking him
wings.
into danger like that.
We don't.
So?
We don't.
But I have wings. I don't understand.
Our ship would take damage and we'd go to the ground and you'd be left alone.
But
to
as long
fight
as
the
I
dragon.
survive, that's all that matters.
This is true, but for us to help you, we have to be in the fight.
Oh, yes.
You may or may not survive without help. As you said, your father helped you the last time. So if your father's not around, then you might be in trouble.
Oh, yes. You humanoids are funny. Well, I could make sure that the ship's okay if you want. I could scout ahead.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Okay. How much will you pay me?
We have lots
A
of
gemstone? Some gold.
I'm sure our treasure is over here, Norin.
I've got 100 coins in my hoard. And some
100
shiny
coins, wow.
gems.
We
Yes.
can give you
What?
thousands of copper if you'd like.
Thousands? Oh, yes, yes. Really?
Yeah, definitely. Should we send him on a
You can tuck them into
fetch
my
quest
wing.
for all the other coins that we've left around the place as well?
We can tell him all the secret stashes of copper we've left in our wake.
About to say we don't actually have a ton of copper because we just leave.
No, I
it.
just looked at that. Yeah.
We've got like
I
1,200.
think I spoke too soon. No, we got 1,200 copper.
Yeah, we
That's-
still-
Whoa! That's so
Yeah,
much.
you can have all that copper. All of it's yours.
Just I don't need tuck it into my wing. Oh,
Gladly.
thank you. All right, I'm gonna go drop this on my hoard, and then I'll come and catch up with you, and then I'll scout for you.
Sounds wonderful.
Whee! The dragon flies off, disappears behind the clouds, and like an
I love
hour later, you just arrive at Everlong.
I love how money has become like copper's become so meaningless to us. We're just like, whatever.
Well, it's because it's hard to carry. We're traveling so much.
We just
No, like-
yeah. We just gained
We just,
120
like, gave-
pounds
we-
in
we
the
just-
bag holding.
We just gave away like what? How many peasants could live on that for
10
however many
gold.
years?
But we made a friend. And in the end, wasn't that the real treasure the whole time?
That's what exactly,
Oh,
and that's
God.
exactly what that dragon will remember.
You could fly over
Something
some
positive.
small farmstead and just like drop all the copper off the edge.
That's true.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably
Take
end
us
up killing
children.
somebody with that.
Oh, that giant horn's worth like a fair bit. We could drop that off as well.
1d4 missiles coming down on the village.
All right. Yeah, just a short while later, you guys arrive at Everlond, and you've beaten the dragon back here. So you don't see the dragon again before landing. And you guys take the airship down and land in... There's like a harbor. A docks basically.
Yes.
Which is made for sailing ships, but this airship can also go on water as well.
Perhaps they can do repairs on the hull.
Yep, there's a dry dock there. You could get the hull repaired.
Perfect.
It'll
Let's do
cost
that.
a lot.
It
Perfect.
would cost 1,200 copper.
It'll cost 12. They only accept copper. Alright,
We
so
can prestidigitate silver into copper.
alright, you guys just kind of dock here in Everlund. Just bring the airship down. Where is Zindra these days? I don't even know. She's still waiting for you guys.
Who? Did she
No,
die?
She got
She got
roasted.
cooked.
She did die.
She got cooked. She was like literally burned alive and made
Yeah,
into
you
food.
put her on her.
She was on a spit.
Spit.
She was on a spit.
Did you see her die?
You evil man.
Did you see her die?
I mean,
Oh.
no, but I mean,
Did you see her die? All right.
We saw her dead body on a spit, cooked,
Could be a
fully
twin.
cooked by goblins.
Did you see her die? All right.
No.
So, you guys head to Everlund, and you can get the hull repaired. There's also just a small tax that you have to pay to have your ship docked here, and
Not an issue.
you
Do
make
we get a lot of ships through here?
There's a mostly like barges carrying wares.
It's like a trading.
Yeah. So yeah, I've kind of described Everlund to you guys before. We won't go into it great detail now, but you guys make your way up to the Moongleam Tower, where you meet with the Moon Lord, and if you guys remember, you had to like drink this tea, and it teleported to the secret Harper hideout.
oh yeah.
I think bring us our horses at once.
Which ones?
All right, so you guys head in, you drink the tea, and you're teleported to the Harper's Lounge at the top of the Moongleam Tower, where Crowan Valharrow is awaiting you all to tell you the location of the Hill Giant lair. Where is Crowan? There he is. And we'll wrap it up here for tonight. But have a think about what giant you want to go after next, whether it be the other Hill Giant or you've got leads on Frost Giants. You do know where there is a lead on a Cloud Giant, like Othicus. And
That's above our pay grade.
not really sure where Stone Giants will be. And yeah, to have a think about that anyway, and we'll get into that next session.
All right, before you drop off, Seb,
Yeah.
I think Roderick was going to give Rend the Belt of
Yep.
Dwarven Kind, and I was going to give the Goggles of Night over to Norin.
Yeah.
All right.
That way.
That'll put me. Okay, I'll need
Also trading
to.
this episode.
I'll unattune from the Ring of Lightning Resistance.
No.
I don't think goggles need
the
it.
goggles. Yeah, they don't
Unattune.
require
They don't
attunement.
need it.
Nope.
Okay, good.
No.
All right. So the
So they're literally night vision goggles.
Belt of Dwarven Kind's going to Rend.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, he's gonna
Yep.
look like Kratos now. Awesome.
Give me a beard going.
Oh, sorry. And
And
The,
you speak Dwarven.
goggles are going to Norin,
Yep.
and very stylish.
If Roderick
these
and Ren
goggles.
start whispering to each other at night in Dwarvish, I'm leaving the camp.
You probably won't be able to hear it over Norrin snoring.
Oh, I can hear it. Have you seen my passive perception? It's fucked up. I hear it all.
By the way, I've had this longbow the +1 longbow in my folder
Who
for
has it?
a really long time. But
We all do, bud.
I think,
We all
I think
do.
Roderick
We
has
all
it.
do. Pretty sure
Yeah.
Syndra has it.
Pretty sure I have.
Pretty sure I've been using it.
Roderick
so-
is the one that's been using it, so
In memory of Syndra.
Yep, in memory of Syndra. I loaned it to her, and then she goes and gets herself killed.
I don't know if you. I think she just pretty much took. I think Seb decided that she's gonna have it. Actually,
Yeah.
I think none of us gave.
No,
permission
you
for
gave it to her originally.
We gave
no
it-
one.
I
was-
recall no conversation.
And then
no
she
one.
died, and then you're like, "Well, you're never having
Well,
this again."
No one asked for Than's vote. No one.
well,
That's
it's
all I
because
remember.
it's literally nobody was using it, and it was just sitting in the.
Yeah.
You guys are like, "Oh, there's danger down the river." Syndra, go check it out. It's like,
Well,
you
she
sent
was the
her by
scout.
herself.
She was the scout.
We were paying
She
her
was
at
the
time to
official.
scout for us.
Yes.
She never said she was a good scout.
Scout. Clearly not.
Well,
She
that's
mentioned
why you
nothing
guys
about
should
being
go
a
That's what you
good-
get when you hire an elf.
She's been the most
Hey
expensive.
now.
That's why we don't pay you to.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you all very much. And you got the airship back. Getting ready to move on another giant lord. I'll see you guys next
You guys
session.
pay me in danger.